5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0, -1, -2,
Ground
-3,
control to
-4,
Major
-5.
Tom.
Woo woo. What's up, everybody? How you doing there, John? How you doing tonight?
I'm fine. How are you? I'm sorry. I'm still adjusting my chair.
I am fantastical.
Oh, I'm sorry. How are you?
I'm fantastical. Testing. 1, 2. Are we there? Can you hear me? Squeeze me.
Tommy, can you hear me?
Ooh. Yeah. So, hello everybody. It is Horror Movie Monday. I always do things that make me tired, and then I can't talk right, and I'm pushing myself too far, but that's okay because I've got Jesus on my side.
Jesus.
Just drove back from good old Las Vegas, Nevada this morning. And maybe some of you joined me for a fun little trip out to Nevada a couple days ago. It was a quick turnaround, but had a good time with John for a couple days and hoarded up on
oh my God.
records.
So much money was spent.
I forgot my banner back there. I feel naked. I got no banner on my door.
Oh my God. It's like an atrocity.
I know. What am I gonna do?
9/11, the Hindenburg, and your scream flag.
But man, we got a lot to talk about tonight. We got to talk about the Black Phone 2. We got to talk about Rob Zombie's Halloween 1 and 2, and pickups and some other movies we watched, and kind of recap our fun weekend for everybody. So shall we get to it, sir? Yeah, let's just make it quick and painless this week. What do you say? What do you say?
When I did this, I was expecting you to go.
Oh, my bad. One more time.
Okay, hold up.
It's Horror Movie Monday.
It is Horror Movie Monday. Cheers, everybody.
Horror. I am spelled with a W.
Yes, I am rocking the Monster Zero there because it's a tasty beverage, and I need caffeine in my life. And then I've got a bottle of water to get me through the rest of the show. So tonight I am a sanctimonious twat. John says release the trinket.
Release the trank cut.
What is the trank cut?
Fantastic Four.
Oh, okay.
Josh Trank. Release his cut. We also need the air cut for Suicide Squad. But we've had the Zack Snyder cut for.
Okay. Well, there you go. Mr. Trank people out there, do John a solid and release that Trank cut.
I am one of the only people who actually likes that version of Fantastic Four. So, but what can I say? I liked Halloween Ends, so that's what I always go back to now.
Wow. Well, we'll say hello to everybody here in just a moment, everybody. So please stand on by, everybody. But we got to talk about this. And my posters are kind of small this week. I apologize for my small posters.
Well, for somebody your age, that's normal.
Right. Black Phone 2. John and I went and saw that in the theater on Saturday evening. It has some good things about it. It has one really glaring problem in our minds, but a lot of people are viewing this film pretty positively. John and I did record a video. Is that up on your channel yet, John?
It will go up tomorrow morning.
So tomorrow morning, if you want to hear our detailed thoughts, and warning, there are mild spoilers, not full story spoilers, but we do go into some of the details of the film that I personally would not want to know before going to the theater.
Yes, near the end, it does get stinky, and you will know what I mean by that.
Oh. This movie right here was at, oh, come on, stupid app. An 84, and it still is at an 84 fan score. The experts have it at a 73, which is more actually, well, no spoilers. You got to watch John's video to find out all that stuff. But we did go and see the Black Phone 2. I rewatched on Friday the first Black Phone and had a lot of fun with it. Again, that movie is good. It also has some issues that bug me, but in general, it's a pretty good movie, and I was pretty excited for the Black Phone 2. So it worked out well that John and I got to go see it together. So, John, have you ever seen the first Black Phone movie?
I don't know. Maybe.
Okay. Fair enough.
I think I've seen it 3 times, but I keep forgetting if I've seen it. I'm not sure. So I appreciate you asking me all the time because I just don't remember.
Got to remind you of these things. The Black Phone 2, all I want to really say about it right now is I feel like there are a lot of good things about it, enough in my mind that I would say you should go see it in a theater. I would recommend checking it out. And then you can decide if you agree with us or not when you watch the video on John's channel tomorrow. So
it's long. It's like 26 minutes.
Oh, that video is?
Yeah, I didn't think we went that long. Yeah, it's an out of the theater in the car review.
Yeah. I was looking for info. They don't give me so much info on Rotten Tomatoes here. I was looking for like a runtime, but it's right at like 2 hours long.
Yeah, it's like 1 hour 56, something like that.
Yeah, it's 20 some odd minutes longer than the first one. Did it need to be? Did they justify that? And was or was not the trailers, were they not misleading? So we talk about it, and I just don't want to get into spoilers. And this is a pretty tough movie to talk about without getting into spoilers. But I do think if you have not yet done so, you should give it a shot. I think it's worth a shot. So there's that. John, have you looked to see how much it's made the opening weekend?
No, but I can. It's very simple.
Okay, sure. If you would. While you're doing that, I'll start saying hello to some folks here. Gail, what's cracking? Gail, how you doing? Just picked up Arrow Lovers Lane. Ooh, nice, Gail. That's been on my list for a long time. Very cool. Antonis is here. What's up, Antonis? Mr. Bones. Woo woo. Hit the like button. Everybody, if you would please hit that thumbs up button for us. They already started production on Black Phone 3. Is that true? Is that wow? That's great. You know, I think I would go see a third one. I got a cough here. Hang on. Tried not to blow your eardrums out there. Probably because I heard 2 made a ton of money already. Pre-ordered Rocky Horror Picture Show on 4K. Very nice, Gail. Wicked Network, what's cracking? How you doing? And since Strangers Chapter 2 did bad at the box office, when do you predict it will be on physical? My guess is if not later this month, maybe early next month. It shouldn't be too much longer on Strangers, Antonis. Maybe next month. Hopefully next month for you. Wicked saw sad week for rock music. Yes, rest in peace Ace Frehley, and rest in peace Sam Rivers from Limp Bizkit. Very, very sad. Sam Rivers is only 48 years old, and Ace Frehley was still too young. I believe he was only in his 70s. So very sad news there. Mr. Bones It says numbers. I'm not sure. We're talking numbers. You talking numbers for Black Phone? A Fluffy Gamer says, let's start the show. How's the G fam? What up? It is time to party. It is Horror Movie Monday. Greg, hey, what's up? Yes, wicked sad day, or sad week of them passing. Hi guys. Me and my dad got movies, 10 for $1, or 10 for $1, maybe $1 each. My dad heard that he liked Mario get movies. I'm a little confused with you there, Mario, but if you came up on those movies and you and your dad are having fun with it, that is awesome. Hey OGP, they make caffeine-free, zero sugar monster beverages. Boom. Oh, caffeine free. Ooh.
Brother, ooh.
Oh, caffeine-free monster?
Brother,
Why would you even do that to yourself?
First one I ever agreed with a Muslim.
Jeff Keaton's in the house. What up, Jeff? How you doing? And Gail says, yes, Black Phone 2 had its moments and some questionable parts, but I enjoyed it. Glad to hear that, Gail. That's good. If you go to the theater, the best thing you can do is enjoy your movie. DG was cracking. Black Phone 2 gave me some Nightmare on Elm Street vibes. DG, I like that reference. John and I may or may not have made that same reference. You could watch in a video tomorrow on his channel. John, where are we at with those numbers?
So we're looking at its budget is $30 million. So far, this is according to Wikipedia. So far, it has made $42.8 million.
Okay. Hey, for an opening weekend for a horror film, $48 million ain't bad. Especially because on the opening weekend, you've already beat your budget, which another little film that got released recently cannot say. Because shit, what was the movie we were talking about, John, that made it just hit 100 million and a budget was 180?
Was it Tron?
Tron. Yeah.
Tron is officially a bomb.
It is
a big bomb. I liked Tron, and so I will be purchasing it when it comes out. But yeah, I would have to say that their plans for making this a trilogy, which they were going to, are now dead.
Yeah.
So they'll wait now another 15 years, and then when Disney movies start bombing again, then they'll bring up another Tron movie.
They will bring old and gray Jared Leto to replace the dude, and nobody will like it still.
Yeah.
Heath B, what's up? How you doing? Good to see you, everybody. Thanks for joining us tonight. Everybody, if you would hit that thumbs up button for us, please. It would mean a lot to us. But yes, John and I went and saw the Black Phone 2. So again, it's hard to talk about without going into spoilers because it is quite a different movie from the first one. They went, it has enough of the things you wanted from the Black Phone into this one. Same characters, same cast, a lot of that stuff. But it's a different type of movie than the first one. And it's just hard to get into details and stuff without spoiling it. But I'll say it, I think it was shot beautifully. I loved some of the locations and the camera work and stuff. I think that was great. So John, any little nuggets or tidbits you want to mention on it before we move on?
Yeah, I mean, visually it looked nice, and the acting was good, and I give them credit for doing something different. But yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. So the link to John's channel, if you're not watching on John's channel or you're not subscribed to John, the link to his channel is down below here. You can find it in the description, and that John will have that video, our full spoiler review. So just be warned, we don't give away the ending or anything, but we do mention some things that I would consider spoilers.
Sure.
So I don't like to know anything before going into the movie. So there's that. But look at this, the legend Robert C. How you doing, Robert? It is good to see you, homeboy, man. I hope you're doing well out there in Dallas, and say hello to Rachel for us if you would, Robert. But good to see you, man. I know you're keeping busy, with the busy lifestyle, hitting the gym, making that money, and treating your lady right. So it's awesome that you were able to hang with us for a little bit tonight, Robert. Good to see you, man. So Black Phone 2, man, that is the big one of the weekend. You know what? There were a lot of people in the theater. It was selling a lot of tickets. So I think the money it made makes sense to me. And it did have they have. I've seen different ones, so maybe AMC's were different. We went to Regal and they had cups with the was it like the grabber on top, I think, like souvenir cups with the grabber head on top, and then like a big popcorn bucket, but nothing. They should have done like a phone, like a black phone, like a phone booth or something for a popcorn bucket. That would have been cool. But AMC didn't have anything great. I did see, I think Mel, My Killer Podcast, she posted a picture. I'm not sure if she bought it or just shared somebody else's picture, but there was I believe it was either a popcorn bucket or just a souvenir cup, but it had a big grabber head mask on the side of it. So there's different stuff out there, but no posters. Boo. Boo.
Yeah.
Do you have the fancy schmancy poster handy that they gave us or that we were able to get there, John?
Yeah, it's
they had posters at the theater, but they were for the wrong movie, and so we did not get a poster for what we were seeing. We got a poster for Avatar 76 or whatever it is. There it is. Blue Guys in Outer Space. Looks just like the new Predator movie. What are you gonna do?
Yeah, it's on thick paper. That's the good thing. So
yeah, good quality poster there. Yeah. But no black phone posters. I would have loved a black phone poster. What are you gonna do? So before we move on, Antonis dropped in a super chat here. Thank you so much, Antonis. I saw The Strangers Chapter 2. It's better than Chapter 1, in my honest opinion. I'll buy it on physical media. Okay, nice, very cool. And I have not seen 2 yet because, but it's probably got to be better than 1. So that's awesome. But thank you again, Antonis, for that super chat. OGP, the reason I ask if they make caffeine free, if they make caffeine free Monster, because I have atrial fibrillation and my caffeine intake. So you were asking, my bad, maybe I read your question wrong there, or read your comment wrong. But I don't know. There's Monster water, like Liquid Death, but it's water. So you could buy Monster water, but I would just get the cheapo bottle of water if I was going to do that. So I don't know. I do not know. Mr. Bone says a Tron bomb. That's right. It was definitely a Tron bomb. So this week, John and I have to talk to you about 2 movies. One, there's a little teeny tiny poster there in the middle, if you can see it. Halloween, Rob Zombie's Halloween, written and directed by Rob Zombie.
Yes.
And then Rob Zombie's Halloween 2, and the little whatever subtitle there, whatever, is perfect because Rob Zombie, we all know, is a firm believer that his family is forever, and we should forever be subjected to staring at Sherry Moon Zombie in every movie he makes, even if it's out of place and doesn't belong and her acting sucks. So family is forever, and that is the truth from Rob Zombie there. But we watched those, and we'll talk about that here in a little bit. When I was out there with John, we also watched The Houses October Built 1 and 2. We double featured them. And then we started to watch Eli Roth's Haunt, but it just got too late, and we had to postpone. I've seen it. I wasn't going to say, but yeah, John fell asleep. But we were boozing it up. We were getting boozy. John has boozy popsicles, and so we were boozing with popsicles and beers. So but we'll talk about these here in a little bit, and then all of our pickups. John, do you have anything in the way of news to share this week as far as horror? I got to talk like the YouTube guys talk that get lots of views. I will begin talking like them now. John, was there any horror movie news that you had to share this week on Horror Movie Monday?
Jim Carrey is going to be George Jetson in the Jetsons movie.
Yeah.
Is that horror enough for everybody?
That's horror bowl news. Meet George Jetson and his crazy facial expressions, apparently. This is a slow week in news. Dan Stevens is very willing to return for the guest too. You know, when the news of the week is an actor going, "Oh yeah, I'd come back for another one." No shot. Of course, actors are going to come back. That's how they make their living. Is he going to say no? No, I don't want to make another movie. No, I don't want another payday. I'd rather sit at home and look at YouTube videos of people complaining about my movie. No. Of course, he's going to want to make another movie. So when that is the news, there's not much news. And sometimes no news is good news, according to Gary Gnu. So Melissa Barrera officially joins John Travolta in Rennie Harlin's Orca horror movie, Black Tides. Do we care? Melissa Barrera, John Travolta in a movie about killer whales.
Not really. No.
I'm with you. I don't care. I'm sorry, but Rennie Harlin, he's got to give us something better than Strangers chapter 1 and 2 before I will trust him again. I'll go see if he makes another movie, but he's got to give us something.
Is he doing the Orca movie?
Rennie Harlin is directing it. Yes.
Oh wow, poor Rennie, man. He's a good director. What is he doing?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't even know if I want to mention this. I'm going to look at something because I don't know. Oh, here we go. Fuck it. Scroll. We had to go deep down in the depths for this one. Camp Blood Christmas trailer. Killer clown returns in holiday slasher. It's been 25 years since the first campers met their untimely end at Camp Blackwood in Camp Blood, launching a clown slasher franchise that includes over a dozen low budget. We're talking micro, but we're talking no budget. Future Video has partnered with the original producer, David S. Sterling of Sterling Entertainment, to celebrate the silver anniversary with Camp Blood Christmas. Abandon all ho hope with the trailer below. I am not going to play it for you. I'm reading it because it is hysterical, because these movies typically are so bad. But anyways, if you want to go see it, Camp Blood Christmas, you can watch it. Mr. Ward, speak on it.
So I don't know what happened between David and I, but I've been ghosted many times. I've given him ideas for different Camp Blood movies, which I told him that I would even write for free. And I am in Camp Blood X, which is the animated one. I'm the lead male character in it. Also worked on Axe Grinder 2 a lot. So will I be watching Camp Blood Christmas? My answer is no. I have right out there in my hallway almost an entire shelf of Camp Blood movies and box sets and everything. I have just right over there a whole David Sterling section on my shelf. And so now, no. I even gave him an idea for Amityville, like Camp Blood, type of thing, since everybody's making Amityville movies. And I told him I'd write it quickly, and nothing. So, will I be watching that? No, not at all.
Well, it is apparently directed by Matthew Diltz Williams. Never heard of him?
No.
And it stars many people I've never heard of. So don't expect a great picture if you decide to go see that, or not go. You'll watch it on Tubi when it comes out. But anyways, an hour and 10 minutes. That's exactly it. Expect out of the hour and 10 minutes, expect 27 minutes of credits.
But at least it's only 70. It could be worse. It could be 2 hours.
Yes. Michael McNally, what's up? Dominic, what's cracking? Mr. Bone says, words going around. People want Carrie for Kruger. I saw that too. I don't have the story here, but
no, people wanted Kevin Bacon. Kevin Bacon was the big guy that they wanted.
Now, well, the rumor going around this week is people want Jim Carrey to play Freddy Krueger.
I guess.
Yeah. Okay. To me, he's as tired as Eddie Murphy. He's got to get some new shtick. Rachel said, hi. Well, cool. What's up, Rachel? How you doing? Thank you for relaying that message, Robert. Just rewatched The Guest last night, and they left it open for a part 2. Fluffy Gamer wants to know what time it is. Robert C does indeed know what time it is. Robert C, this is not his first rodeo.
It's vamp time.
Oh yeah, baby. It is vamp time. Daniel, what's cracking, Daniel? How you doing? Well, there you go. Okay, so if I missed some comments, forgive me, but I think maybe we should delight everybody. You know what I saw today? I saw the first time I saw a Christmas commercial for the Home Depot. Shame on you, Home Depot. It's not even Halloween yet. You can put your stuff out. I get it, because there's lunatics out there buying Christmas trees already. But come on, bruh. How about some Halloween? How about some Halloween commercials? I know Home Depot sells Halloween stuff. Come on now. But with that in mind, I am feeling festive. I'm feeling like sharing, feeling like giving, and I'm giving them what they want. John, we're going to mix it up this week.
I have a serious Blu-ray addiction.
Mine.
You gotta be quicker than that.
I'm serious. I'm actually going to catch him all.
Oh, what's in the box?
No.
Well, that's an addiction, man.
I never said that.
I never knew you were a pickup man.
We're right now at the Blockbuster Video Store.
It is time for pickups. I missed one of Robert's comments. Yes, we're doing great. We're getting ready for our trip to New Orleans, leaving Friday morning. Decent, Robert. Yeah, I remember you mentioned you were going there. Very cool. Robert, I hope you and Rachel have a blast in the good old NOLA. So John and I went to Zia, and I took a big box of movies to trade in. Did not get as much in trade value as I wanted this time. Between the two Zias, I got about $45 in trade-ins. John, you care to tell them how much you got in trade this week?
All right, everybody.
Hold
your seats.
Are you sitting down?
Hold. $5.
And that's between both, right?
That's between both Zia records. $5.
Because I think at the first Zia you got like $1.50 or something. It was less than $2, right?
Yeah, I think it was maybe like $2.50 for and maybe $2 at once, so maybe not even $5.
Man, yeah. They were a little stingy this time, but that's okay. We still we spent our money and we came up on some goodness.
Yes.
So I will lead. Well, you got more than me. You spent buku bucks over there, so I'm pretty sure you got more than me. So maybe you should go first, actually.
Well, what I did was I took every list that I had. It could be eBay, it could be Amazon, it could be a text that I left for myself, it could be on a piece of paper. And I went to the Zia website and did a search to see if the movies were there, because I don't like wasting my time going to areas where a movie could be in 4 different sections and you have no idea.
Boo.
Nope,
Look,
nope.
I love and embrace the hunt. Have your list and embrace the hunt, sir.
Nope. I'm organized. I want to know what's there. So I ended up buying a lot of the movies that were on my list. So
nice.
Yeah. So I will start now. Do you want like I do one, then you do one, or
yeah, we'll do that. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So the first one here has nothing to do with horror at all. Nothing to do with horror. But I figured I would get that out of the way first. So as many of you,
I don't know shit about fuck.
Yeah, exactly.
Horror movie Monday. Go ahead. I know what you're going to show. Do it.
Teens in a swimming pool Monday. So I'm as many of you know, I'm a comic book guy. I'm watching the Arrowverse, and on the show Arrow. There is an actress in there who I really like. I think that she is gorgeous. And so I've collected a couple of her films. I could only find one. This is an earlier one, and it's Willa Holland, and that is her right here. So this is Garden Party, and she's right there.
And that's not horror at all. Teens in a swimming pool. They should be murdered.
No. Garden Party puts you in a world without a center in which you can't tell upside down from right side up. And there she is there too.
Upside down, you're turning me. You're giving me. I don't know something else. Isn't that Donna Summer?
I think so. But I did read that this was Jennifer Lawrence's first film.
Oh, nice.
So somewhere she's not in the credits here, but yeah, I really dig her. I think she's one of the best things on Arrow. So so I've been following her stuff. So that's my
very nice. So I got Dark Night of the Scarecrow. Here's your horror vibes, everybody. Dark Night of the Scarecrow 2, because I already had 1, and I've not seen 2. This was in the clearance bin for $4.99. Some things don't die. I really do like the first Dark Night of the Scarecrow. In fact, I mentioned it on the movies to watch at Halloween and on John's channel. So a supernatural thriller. There you go. It's probably more of the same. I've not seen it yet. When I do, I will let you know how I feel about this. And as always, if you want to see what my thoughts are on movies that I watch, you can follow me on Letterboxd if you're on there. My links are down below there. But $5 for Dark Night of the Scarecrow 2. What you got, John?
There were so many unanswered questions in Dark Night of the Scarecrow 1 that they had to make Dark Night of the Scarecrow 2.
And I appreciate that they did.
There you go. I'm going to flip back and forth between DVD and Blu-ray. So my next one here is, and we're getting closer to the horror stuff, is Seventh Son. And it's with Jeff Bridges and Julianne Moore from the producers of 300, Rise of an Empire, and Godzilla.
Well, we like Jeff Bridges and Julianne Moore. We know they were both in The Big Lebowski, so that's cool.
Yeah, it's like there's a big monster right there, like a dragon. So it's a fantasy sci-fi type of thing.
Okay, so horror fans may dig it. Yeah,
a lot of people. I mean, a lot of these, I took all the prices off and everything, but a lot of these were in the clearance bin, so I didn't have a problem picking them up. And this goes into like my comic book action type stuff section. So there we go.
Nice.
Yeah,
I realized that I did not own Night of the Comet, and shame on me. So I broke down and bought it. It was $16 for the Blu-ray here. But you got the nice little slippy slip. Yeah. And Night of the Comet, one of my favorite 80s movies. This is such a fun movie. If you have not seen this, this is a comet goes by and most of the world disappears. And you kind of got to figure out what you're going to do and stuff. So Night of the Comet. John, you love this movie, right?
Oh, that's a great film. Yeah, I own it too.
And
it's right back there somewhere.
Catherine Mary Stewart, man, yep. Many young man's crush back in the 80s. So such a good film. Night of the Comet, $16. I broke down, spent, I like to be a cheap ass, but dropped a few bucks to get a good one. I couldn't believe I didn't own that already.
So now we're going back to DVD. This is a movie directed by Michael Crichton. He also wrote it. It was a TV movie, and I've been collecting all of his films. And so it's kind of a sci-fi thriller, Pursuit.
Okay. Martin Sheen?
Made back in 1972.
Oh, wow. Wow. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It's one of the MGM classic ones.
Oh, yeah. No, looks like Michael Crichton just directed it. It's based on somebody else's book. But yeah, Ben Gazzara, E.G. Marshall, and Martin Sheen. Yeah.
Nice.
So, yeah.
Young Martin Sheen back in the 70s. Yeah. I saw an interview with him and Emilio. Ha ha ha. And man, Marty is getting old, man. He is getting up there. The next one I picked up for $8.99. Brain Damage. The little Frank Henenlotter film. What you said he directed? What else, John? I'm drawing a blank now.
Basket Case 1, 2, 3. Frankenhooker. He's directed a bunch of stuff.
Oh, I got autographed Frankenhooker over here. But yeah, this was on the list. This is one I got to check off here, so was very happy. It's the unrated and uncut version of Brain Damage. So another, like, I am absolutely stoked to have picked up both these movies. So
Brain Damage,
and even and Dark Knight of the Scarecrow. I'm like 3 for 3, baby. Oh yeah, baby. What you got there, John?
All right, so now we're going to go Blu-ray. Now we're getting into the horror stuff. This is so I bought Wolfman, the one with like Anthony Hopkins and stuff, and then I read that there is an unofficial sequel to it but because the movie didn't do very well, they just made it kind of like a standalone thing by itself. But technically, this was going to be the sequel, and it's Werewolf: The Beast Among Us, and this is the unrated version.
Okay, nice. Anybody famous in it?
Ed Gwynn, Stephen Rea, Stephen Bauer. Stephen Bauer is known.
So that's a no.
Oh no, well, Stephen Rea, yeah, that's him right here. You would know him if you saw him, so he's right there. Okay. And then Stephen Bauer was in. He was Scarface's friend in Scarface.
Ah, nice. Well, let me get to some of the excuse me comments here because there's a bunch of them, and then we'll continue on. $5 is all my mom allows to spend me. There you go, Wicked Network. Well, you buy what you can buy. Look at this. Rachel's watching. What up, Rachel? How you doing? Bubba didn't do it. No, Bubba did not do it. If you've seen the first Dark Knight of Scarecrow, you are correct. Diana Ross did Upside Down. You're turning me. You're giving love instinctively. NG, what up? OGB and John Ward are the ultimate hot tub circle. That's what's up, baby. You get in this hot tub, and John is hairier than I am, so you're probably gonna have little hairs floating around in the tub. Don't blame it on me.
Well, we didn't have a hot tub, so we used my bathtub.
Ooh, oh, brother, ooh. What movie sucked? What movie? Gail.
Wait. Go back to that. What did that say?
That movie sucks worse than John.
Gail. I expect that from others, but not you. And what movie is he referring to?
I don't know. But what movie one was cracking?
I think Seventh Son. I think that's the one he's referring to.
Brent Mania sent a $2 super sticker. Thank you so much, Brent Mania. Appreciate you very, very much. What movie one has a big monster? Ooh. What's up, all you party people?
Let's compare.
Fluffy says nice grab on Night of the Comets. Yeah, I needed to own that one. What when I heard it was Vienna. There's a lot of talking over here. We got to skip through them. Comet is a must own. Yes, Jeff. What movie once said it's a kielbasa sausage. Kielbasa sausage, but my butt cheeks is wide. Yeah, that's Jack Black. Brain Damage is very good. Belial has a cameo in Brain Damage. Okay.
That's the creature from Basket Case.
Oh, okay, nice. Was Frankenhooker a name of the hooker you had in Vegas all those years ago before you were married, OGB? No, that one was I think her name was like Gutter Sludge. Werewolf Among Us, good movie.
Hey,
that's your mom's name?
Wait a minute.
Now I have the image of the two of the tub together with candles.
Dad?
Hey, Jeff, you created the candles, sir. We said nothing about candles. Night of the Comet is $9.99 Scream Factory site right now. Big sale going on. Oh, nice. Good to know about Scream Factory. Try not to spend money. It's easier to spend, and I'm okay spending a few extra bucks considering Zia gave me $50 in credit. Release the bathroom files. There you go. Who I want to know who was on that list, John. Who went into your bathroom, John? Oh man. So here we go. You went out with Johnny Fabulous's mother's. That's noise. Yes. No. You know what? I got a thing for moms. Just ask Fluffy Gamer.
That's nice.
Me and Fluffy's mom got a history. But here we go. We got to continue on. John had the last one. So here it is. Look at this. I did not own apparently Night of the Demons, and my brother from another mother, Mr. Gale, who I love dearly, mailed me a copy of Night of the Demons 2, but I had Night of the Demons, the remake. I never even owned the first one. So now I picked up the first one for $12 over there. Which, of course, we love ourselves. I mean, it's a great movie, but Linnea Quigley, man, come on now. She is the star of this show. That's for sure. So Night of the Demons for show. There you go. What do you got, John?
Well, okay. So Gail says it's Garden Party. That sucks.
Okay.
As much as I do.
Okay. Oh, well, hey, there you go.
But I didn't get it if it's a good movie. I got it because it has a hot chick in it.
Right.
Sometimes I roll that way. Okay, so I think I'm doing DVD again. This one was a discount one, but it sounded interesting. It's called Snatchers.
Oh, everybody loves a good snatch.
Yeah, this has something to do with after one night together, she discovers she's pregnant, 9 months pregnant with an alien.
Oh.
Despite to keep her condition on the DL, she turns to the one person who she can trust, her ex-nerdy best friend. The girls soon realize the bloodthirsty aliens are just the beginning of their problems.
Oh, so the aliens are probably the Snatchers.
I would think so, yeah.
No, not so good. Look what I got. Look what I got.
I wasn't even done yet.
Look what I got. We're moving on, man. We're losing viewers. We're down 12 viewers in the last minute. Open 24 hours. I didn't own this, and I'm a little butthurt because I paid $9.
Hey, that's my mom's nickname.
Yeah. How much did you pay for yours? Go ahead and let me be disappointed again, John.
How much did you pay for yours?
I paid $9, $8.99.
Oh, because mine still had the sticker on it. Wasn't it like $4.99? Yeah.
Yes, you bastard. Open 24 hours. I've seen this. It was great, but I didn't own it apparently. But open 24 hours. You could watch it on Tubi if you want. I'm pretty sure it's there. That's where I think I watched it at first. But this is a fun one about a girl who gets a job, and it's like her first night on the job, and bad stuff starts happening. So open 24 hours. It's a fun one.
Since both of us own it, maybe down the road, that's one that we can watch and then report the following week.
I think I have a drunk movie review on it with me and Fluffy from before, but we could talk about it again for sure.
Sure. For show. Okay. I always thought Brandon Rolfe got a really fucked up deal with Superman Returns. He is on the Arrowverse, which is very nice, but this is his zombie movie. Dylan Dog, Dead of Night. So
that's a zombie movie. I've always thought it was like a cheesy name, and I never gave it any like time of day.
Like a supernatural detective. So I guess it's monster infested back streets of New Orleans.
Oh, okay.
Oh, so this is werewolves, vampires, zombies.
Okay. So, okay. Yeah. Okay. Well, that might be. Well, let me know how it is. If you watch it and it's good, then maybe I'll give it a shot.
Yeah.
Okay. We like New Orleans, and we like monsters and zombies and stuff. Frightmare. I picked this up. It was $7.99. I didn't know anything about this fright. There's a bunch of different movies called Frightmare, but this one, dare you see the film that shocked the critics? I don't know. They always like to say stuff like that, and I don't buy it. But according to Nathaniel Thompson, whoever the hell he is, he says this is horror at its most dangerous and unsettling. This is directed by Pete Walker, and it's from 1974. And there's a lady with a drill in her hand, and it's got blood on it. That looks fun, and that was enough for me to say, you know what? I think I need to grab this. So have you seen this, John? Frightmare?
No, I know of it, but that's it.
Okay. Yeah. So from 1974, I will watch and I will report back at a later date. What do you got, John?
Okay, so continuing with horror here. This one I picked up. One, I remember liking it. I think there is a sequel to it, but I got it really for one reason. But this is Spiders, and it says introducing Sydney Sweeney.
That's cool. That is pretty cool. Yeah, when you said that, I was almost tempted to buy it. But it was a little steep for my blood, I think, based on the kind of movie I think it's going to be. What's it about?
Killer spiders? Yeah, giant spiders. See, there they are. So, but yeah. There were two copies of this, but they had different covers. But this one says introducing Sydney Sweeney. So it must have come out, after she made it. And the other one was before she made it.
Okay.
So
Sydney Sweeney's big break. That's cool.
Yeah, that might be her right there. So she might be a little young in this, but we'll see.
Jeff thinks we really would like the ambiance of candles in such a tender moment.
I agree.
Yeah.
We can go down to like Dollar Tree and we'll grab some of those candles for like $1.
Should we light some incense too?
Yeah. We'll get some like little like Christmas lights or something. Yeah, I like that.
Nice. Oh, Gail's sipping on some wild turkey. Gail likes
that.
Wild
explains
turkey.
A lot. That explains a lot.
Robert loves Night of the Demons. There you go.
It's good stuff.
Ricky Nelson sing a song called Garden Party.
I don't think I've heard it, but I know who he is. Yes.
You got to get Night of the Demons 3. I don't know if I have part 3, but I can't look up there right now. But I don't think I have part 3. But I will keep that in mind, Mario. Your mom goes by many names, John.
Oh, she does, and I can name about 100 of them.
She's a jack of all trades, huh?
Yeah, that's a nice way of putting it.
Frightmare, it's good. Gail likes Frightmare too. Nice. Jeff says Frightmare is good. I'm surprised you came across that one. Oh, nice. Love old 70s horror. Man, yeah, 70s, the golden era. Yeah, tea candles. There you go. You get the little ones that float on the water, little floating candles, and then rose petals and everything. You just do it all up.
Well, and I could spoon you in there. You can.
Jesus H. Oh man, this is now. I'm gonna have nightmares.
You've got to be open to new things, man. It's
open like his legs.
Exactly. Jesus.
Yeah.
Jesus will be watching us. He will.
There's a reason all our viewers went home, John.
Get used to it, people.
Did you my last one I showed was Frightmare. Did you show anything after Frightmare?
No.
Well, show something. Why don't you show? What do you got next?
All right. So now we're back to the comic book stuff. Got the second part of Watchmen, Chapter 2. Need to get Chapter 1. This is the book. Basically, they took the book and made it into a comic book movie.
Okay.
So, yeah, to like an animated film. So
is that like does that say DC on that? Is that what that is?
Yeah, DC Comics.
Okay.
Which doesn't make sense because DC is the C in DC is comics, so it's D Comics. It's Detective Comics.
D's Comics,
something like that. So yeah, I'm a huge Watchmen fan, and I love the movie. And I've seen some of the other stuff that they've done with it, like the motion art one, where they're just kind of moving around. So this looks pretty good. So I'm excited about this one.
Nice,
but neat part one.
This one I picked up because it was $1.99. Are you out of your mind? And that's Voodoo Moon. Look at that's kind of cool artwork. You got the crow there, and it's Fluffy Gamer Nose. The crow flies straight, bitch. This has Jeffrey Combs and Dee Wallace in it. And why Eric Mabius and Charisma Carpenter would be on the cover and not Jeffrey Combs and Dee Wallace.
I guess they have really good
don't
agents.
know. So, and John Amos.
John Amos.
Beware the prophecy. Evil is reborn by the light of the moon. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Voodoo Moon. I've never seen it, but for $1.99, you give me a Jeffrey Combs movie, I'm buying it, or I'd be out of my mind. What do you got over there, John?
I have the original director's cut, Clive Barker's Book of Blood.
Oh, nice. Clive Barker, man. Can't go wrong. Maybe you could, but I mean, in general, you're in good hands with Clive Barker.
Yeah, I think so. The Dead Will Not Be Silenced. So I haven't seen this one. I knew that it came out a while back. I was hoping that they would have done the book version of Hellraiser in this, but I don't think they do. So yeah, but yeah, I'm excited about this one. Almost like Clive Barker.
Gail says Hammer Films released some good movies. I think we would all probably agree on that.
Oh yeah.
Have either of you seen or heard of The Clown Murders, 1976? Apparently John Candy was in it. Huh.
No,
I have not. Yeah, no, it is new to me, Bremania. I'll have to look that up. Horror fan, wrestling fan, Halloween 2007 and 2009 was shit. 2007 was good, 2009 was shit. Halloween 1978 and Halloween 2 1981 were the best. Well, there you go. Next week we will be finishing up all the Halloween movies, and then we will be rating or like ranking them. So my next one I bought, I am sure this movie is going to suck, but I thought, what the hell? We'll roll the dice and maybe I'll be wrong. Mountaintop Motel Massacre. I paid $4.99 for it. It says, please do not disturb Evelyn. She already is. Like, she's already disturbed, so don't disturb her. This is produced by Jim McCullough. It's written and directed by Jim McCullough. It's a Jim McCullough production, and it probably stars Jim McCullough too. So
probably.
He followed the Dustin Ferguson filmmaking strategy there, but I don't know. For $5, sometimes it's worth rolling the dice. The artwork on the back I thought looked kind of fun. If I can get the glare out there, it's not going to be in focus. I apologize. But I thought, every once in a while you take a shot on these and you see what happens. Have you ever heard of this or seen this, John? Mountaintop Motel Massacre?
I saw it a long time ago. Yeah, I have as a double feature with The Initiation.
What did you rate it on your Letterboxd?
I don't have a Letterboxd. I mean, I do, but I never go on there. I only went on there to see the reviews for Aximus 1 and 2. And there are some.
Oh, okay. Oh, Mr. Bone says it's a good movie. Okay, nice. Very good. Very good. What do you got over there, John?
Okay, so I just did that one. Okay, so we're back still to the superhero stuff. So Reign of Supermen. So
is that like animated?
Yes.
Okay.
So after Doomsday kills Superman, this comes after it with a whole bunch of different Supermans. And yeah, so there's like Cyborg Superman, there's Superboy, there's Steel, who's John Henry. So this was pretty good. So if you like the animated stuff, this comes right after Death of Superman or Doomsday.
Nice. I finally broke down and bought Phantasm 3 DVD for $6.99. I have Phantasm Ravager. I have Phantasm Oblivion, and I have Phantasm 1 and 2. I did not have 3. That was my weakest link. So I broke down and bought it. I would have rather had it on Blu-ray. I don't even know if I got a Blu-ray release, but I was like, you know what? I want to wait and see if I can find it, but I could not find it. And finally I gave up. So there it is. Phantasm 3. Now I own 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. How about that, John?
There you go. Okay. I have them all in a collection. So
suck it. I liked Motel Hell much more. Motel Hell's a fun one, Jeff.
Oh, Motel Hell is a great one. Yeah.
Mr. Bone says Mountaintop reminds me of the vein in Motel Hell. Okay, nice. Go ahead, John. I apologize.
Okay. So now we're back to DVD. I picked this one up. It was a cheapy one, like I don't know, $2.99, $3.99. But it's a Sean S. Sean S. Sean S. Cunningham film, and it's called.
I'm sure Sean Cunningham will love you. Not that he's ever going to hear it, but
no. A Stranger is Watching. I remember seeing this in the theater. So it's I don't know when did he direct this, but it's an early one from him, and I think it's Rip Torn. Oh, Kate Mulgrew from Star Trek Voyager. Okay. James Donington. Okay. So, but Rip Torn plays the bad guy. He plays the kidnapper. So
and when did that come out? When about?
I don't know. Try to make it fast. 92 minutes.
70s?
No, it'd probably be 80s, somewhere in the 80s. Okay. Oh, screenplay is by one of the guys. Oh, screenplay is by the guy who wrote Buckaroo Banzai and then also Friday the 13th, Victor Miller.
Oh, very nice.
Yeah. So
that's cool.
Oh, 1982.
Okay. All right, cool. Yeah, great era for movies. So I've had this on my list for a while. I've been meaning to buy it. It's also on the 100 greatest horror movies of all time. And I have been needing to watch this. I have not wanted to pull the trigger and spend the 20 some odd dollars I keep seeing it for at Zia Records, and that is Nightbreed. So I found it for $7 on DVD. So if I like it, as John and I discussed in Zia Records, if I like it enough, I will upgrade it. If not, I will just watch the DVD and then I'll put it on the shelf. But it's an older flick, so I think it'll be fine to watch it on DVD. There's, some that you really, really, really want on Blu-ray or 4K. I think this is going to be fine. Oh, Mr. Bones has the same snapper. Nice. I could snap it all night. But there you go. Nothing fancy, but Nightbreed, I need to. It's been on my list.
It's a good one. The soundtrack's by Danny Elfman, which is nice.
Clive Barker.
Yeah.
We both got Clive Barker movies. What? Yeah.
So I've been collecting these. They're the Ghost House Underground films, and this one is called Dark Floors, and it's got its little cover thing here. So,
okay.
And then it slides right back into here. So I'm happy about this because the monster looks kind of cool in it. He's right there.
What's it called?
Dark Floors, from the makers of 30 Days of Night and The Grudge.
Oh, okay. We like those.
Don't get off on the wrong floor. So yeah, so it's cool because on these they'll put all the trailers, or they'll have up like a picture that will show all of them. And I think there's 2 sets. So I've been slowly collecting them, when I find them at Zia and stuff. And I like it when they have their thing here.
Yeah.
The Thaw is also from this series.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
The Thaw I liked.
Nice.
Okay.
So then I got this one because it also has Jeffrey Combs. I got a Jeffrey Combs 2 for tonight. Dark House with Diane Salinger, Megan Ory, and Jeffrey Combs. I've never heard of this before. Have you heard of this Dark House, John?
What's the picture look like? I know the cover. That's it. Yeah,
okay.
I've seen the picture.
So a group of hot young drama students are recruited to work in a new haunted house attraction. Oh, we could have watched it last night. By flamboyant impresario Walton, played by Jeffrey Combs, whose revolutionary holographic system allows monstrous creations to be projected in an infinite number of scenarios. So you got Jeffrey Combs running a haunted house. What? Watching it tonight. I'm watching it tonight. What are you watching tonight? This is what I'm watching tonight.
I won't be watching that tonight, but that's
Dark House. No, you won't, because you could suck it.
It's probably because I don't own it.
No. What you got next?
Okay, so I just did. Okay, so these I can do all as one. So I had originally I wanted it's M. Night Shyamalan, and he is very hit and miss with me, very much more miss than hit. But I do really like his trilogy, which is now out of print. So I had to buy them individually because it was cheaper. So I'd already shown this one, but I started off with buying Glass, which is the third one.
Yeah.
And then I found yesterday Unbreakable and Split.
Nice.
And
do you remember total what you paid for those? Total price, what you probably paid for them?
All three of these probably came to over what the trilogy would cost by itself. I would maybe.
Because they had the trilogy at Zia for $30.
No, these would still be under 30. I think these would be under 30. Yeah.
Okay.
Because I know Glass was on sale, and I think these were $10 each. So they might, I think they came to under 30. But I always wondered, like, why is this movie called Glass? That's so weird. Since it has all three of them.
As fragile as glass.
Because he's unbreakable.
Yeah.
He has a split personality, and he is as fragile as glass.
Yes.
So now it makes sense now that I have all three of them together. So there you go. I was very happy about that.
Oh, look at this. Terry says, hey, OGP and John, enjoying the show. Gonna meet and greet two of my favorite actors this Saturday. Andy Serkis and Elijah Wood are here in New Zealand for a con. Noise. That is super duper doubly noise.
Noise.
What's noise?
Noise.
Yeah,
I got a triple noise. I got a triple.
I love Andy Serkis. I director, actor. I mean, motion capture actor. Great stuff.
Got Andy Serkis on the wall over there. His autograph. Oh yeah.
No, nice.
But that is very cool, Terry. And thank you so much for coming through the super chat. Really, really appreciate that. Man, Saturday it is for you. So Terry, hopefully you can join us next Monday and tell us about your experience. I would love to hear what about your interactions, how you felt about them. Do you like them? Are they nice guys and that type of stuff? And did they have anything to say or whatever? So please fill us in next Monday. But thank you so much for sharing that and sharing that super chat with us. We really appreciate it, Terry. Always coming through. Terry's always coming through.
And Andy Serkis is the reason why I stopped watching the Academy Awards. So
because he got dissed.
Yeah, I mean, look what the guy did with Gollum. I mean, he did great. And then, of course, Caesar and the Planet of the Apes films. This guy they should have a whole new category. If you're going to do special effects, and Rick Baker got the first Academy Award for that, and they made up a special section for that, do motion capture. I mean, these guys are incredible with what they do. I think, he got totally screwed over. Yeah. And I'm like, no, won't watch him again until he gets nominated. But now I don't want to watch him at all. So they're horrible.
I haven't in a long time. There's a lot of down to earth, good Hollywood actors, but then there's some pretentious twats. And so I haven't been a award show watcher in a long time, but Elijah Wood and Andy Serkis, two like legendary epic actors. That would be great.
Good stuff.
And Elijah Wood, a little short fella. I don't remember who went last, John. Oh, you showed your Glass and your M. Night Shyamalan Ding Dong movies.
Yes.
I got something because John mentioned it, and that's Tower of Evil.
Great movie, but our video has not come out yet. What is it, the 20th?
Shit, spoiler alert, my bad.
It doesn't matter. Both of us we have a video that's going to come out on my channel, 10 Halloween movies to watch on Halloween that are not related to John Carpenter's Halloween series.
10 from each of us, so 20 movies for your enjoying pleasure.
And as a preview, that is a film that I recommend. I basically said that it is a film that I felt like I got tetanus from. So because there was so much rust and pointy metal and stuff like that.
Yeah, they came, they saw, they died. What are you gonna do? It's a horror movie. Yeah, that's okay, because earlier on there was another one that I mentioned and spoiled something else. So Tower of Evil, John mentioned that, and so I was like, oh, I gotta get that, and I saw it there and I was like, ooh, la 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 la.
Yeah,
$12, but that's okay. As much as John loves it, hopefully I really love it, and $12 is just fine for purchasing a movie. So what you got over there, sir?
Well, we watched both of these, have not seen either one. Thought I saw the first one. The House is October Built 1 and 2. I enjoyed 2. I enjoyed 1, even though I thought it was just kind of advertising for haunts. But this is awful. This is awful. This is horrible. Yes. That's right. That's right, Jesus. Don't watch
disagrees.
this, Jesus. No,
Jesus
he does not. No, you know who agrees? Tom Cruise agrees. That's who agrees. Yep. Thank you, Tommy. Thank you, Tommy.
Yeah. You ever notice how short Tom is?
Take that back. He's a short king. But this is just one long advertisement for haunts. Nothing freaking happens in this.
Oh, no,
nothing. Nothing happens in this movie.
Yeah.
No, it doesn't. This film.
The girl. Ooh, I almost spoiled it, but like, man, somebody, like, yeah, I don't want to spoil it.
No,
I love these movies. I love them. I love them.
That was set up in the first film is destroyed by the second film. I do not like this movie. I will not be getting rid of it. It will sit right next to the first one, but I will probably never watch them again.
Well, you're also a lunatic because you don't like High Tension, and that's one of the great movies of all.
High Tension is awful.
House is October Built. It's about this group of folks that go in search of the craziest, most extreme haunt out there, and man, do they find an extreme haunt. Or maybe the extreme haunt finds them.
Yeah, 90 minutes later, Jesus, nothing happens.
No, they go to all these other haunts and stuff, and you're building up.
No,
in this one, the people from the haunt at the end, you start seeing them early in the movie. It's supposed to be like tense, like, oh crap, why are these people showing up? You were too busy pulling stickers off your movies. You weren't paying attention. I saw you. You weren't even watching.
I paid attention, and
you're like you're the guy that watches movies on his phone, and you're like on your phone playing video games while you're watching a movie.
I don't play any video games, but no, there's a ton of banal dialogue that serves really no purpose for the whole film. No, they're not good movies, but I will say that the first one is much better than the second one. So as far
John's crazy.
Nope.
Okay, so we don't need to dive too much further into these. But you know what? I went back and looked at my Letterboxd rating. You know what I gave these? Guess what I scored these, John? I'll let you guess what I scored these on Letterboxd.
10 each.
Well, you can go 1 to 5.
Oh, 5 each.
Guess what I gave them? Give you a real guess. You're gonna say I gave them both 5?
The first one 4, the second one 3.
Okay, so the first one I gave a 5-star, 5 out of 5.
Oh my god!
And this one a 3.5.
Are you on crack?
No, not at all.
Did you write those? Did you have a stroke while writing those?
No, I love this movie. I love haunts. If you love haunts and going to haunted houses, John, when was the last time you've been in a haunted house?
Probably filming a movie.
Well, no, but I mean, like through a haunted house to get scared, like not like for making a movie.
But they're not scary because they're all fake.
But they're fun. It's not supposed to be. I mean, it's supposed to be scary, but certain people get scared. Fluffy Gamer cries like a little bitch in them, but they're
I could see. I think he probably cries like a little bitch anyway.
So, but they're fun. So that's why I love those because they're great because I love haunts. So, Here you go. I love the screaming porcelain face girl. She's creepy. Yeah, when they bring her in the RV, you're telling me nothing happens, but that they bring the girl in the RV and they're trying to ask her questions and she doesn't say nothing, and then she just starts screaming.
They gotta get her, shoot her in the fucking head.
It was great. Oh, rude.
Some little creepy girl's gonna scream in my RV. Nuh-uh. I'm going to use my second rights amendment.
You're supposed to embrace the craziness. Jeff says saying high tension is awful. It's just crazy talk, John.
No, it's not. It's a horrible movie. It could never happen. Logically, it makes no sense at all. It's just like The Sixth Sense.
It's a horror movie. You don't have to make The Sixth Sense. How dare you compare a masterpiece like High Tension to The Sixth Sense? Have y'all ever watched the TV show Under the Dome?
Yes, it's Stephen King.
Not.
Yeah, it's based on
the dome. Is that where they can't get out of the dome? They go to an edge and it's okay. Oh, that's kind of like that one movie we watched where they can only go so far and they would run into this like imaginary wall, huh?
Oh, yeah. This is it's a town and this dome comes over it, and it's cool because when the dome hits it, like it goes through a cow. So like the cow's cut in half and just kind of falls, or a car is cut in half, or somebody will just run into the dome and the car will like explode. It wasn't bad. I didn't watch the whole series, but I watched like the first few episodes when it came out.
Nice. Yeah, like that movie. They're driving in the car and all of a sudden they don't know that invisible wall. Yes. And then all of a sudden the car crashes into the wall. That's great. So, you guys watch the Razzie Awards. If you ever heard of that, I don't even know if it's on TV. I've heard of the Razzie Awards. I don't really know what they are.
It's probably the clips, or it might be shown on YouTube. But yeah, I've seen it. Yeah. Okay. Razzie Awards are fun.
Gail has to go. Well, Gail, have yourself a good night, sir. Take care of yourself. We'll see you soon. I'm with OGP there. Dop and y'all also need.
They're dope. You all need to watch Haunt.
Yeah, they're dope. Yeah, and y'all need to watch Haunt. Yes, Haunt is phenomenal.
Seemed good. I was liking Haunt. It was just so tired.
Yes.
And we were drinking so much.
Gotta watch October. Yeah, House is October built. I really enjoy them. Mr. Bones says they're good. There you go. Mario, the October bill I didn't like to. I agree with John.
Thank you,
Mario.
sir. Thank you, gentlemen.
Well,
sir.
we all get to make our own decisions, even if John's wrong.
No.
John, I'm out of pickups. What do you got over there? Let's.
Oh my God, I still have stuff to go. So what did I do? Houses. Okay. So now Blu-ray again. Now we're getting into kind of sci-fi, end of the world type of stuff. I did pick up My Girl, Mila Jovovich, and it's with Dave Bautista, directed by her husband, Paul W.S. Anderson. And that is In the Lost Lands. I think it's based on a game, but it looked pretty cool. So, but we put it on. I was enjoying it, but I haven't seen it yet. And, but it's not Halloween-y. So it was like, no, let's take it off and put on, The House is That October built. So
I hope you enjoy it. It's not typically the type of movie I would go to, but I hope you enjoy it. It seems like something right up your alley.
Yeah. Well, yeah, it's got Mila in it, so
Yeah. Oh, we're taking this show tonight to certain levels of cringiness never seen before. What else you got? Keep it on. I'm done.
DVD. We are looking at the Green Hornet movie edition. Includes 2 feature cut movie versions from the original 13 chapter serial, The Green Hornet. I love the Green Hornet. The Green Hornet is my favorite superhero. And so this is the original serials from the 40s. They made into movies. So these are 2 of the movies based off of the serials. So, and this is my favorite look for the Green Hornet. I love that. I love his mask right there. And he also has Kato. So Kato's in the car right there. So love that. Now
Kato's like a sidekick or something?
Yeah, it was played by Bruce Lee in the 60s show. That's how he got known in America, was through that, when the original Batman show was on. More sci-fi. I picked up Dune Part 2.
Oh, okay. I saw that in the theater. My son wanted to go, so we went and checked that out.
Yep, love this director, and I have not seen this yet, so I just
there you go.
I just didn't go, but I love the first one, so really looking forward to the second one. Now we're back on DVD. This is based on a Philip Jose Farmer novel, and I'm a fan of his books. So this is River World, which is is it 2 parts? It's a 2-part miniseries that was on TV. So sci-fi stuff. So we got that. And then this is one of my big ones that I immediately did a pre-buy on this. So I got Mission Impossible: The Final Reckoning, 4K. So we got some Tommy here. So
nice.
So very happy about this. Once things calm down with having to watch stuff, I will watch this again. It will probably be my 4th time watching it. So I really enjoyed this one.
That was we knew John was going to pick up that. That was without a doubt.
Oh yeah,
Mission Impossible. Yeah.
TV, science fiction. Love the movie. Have not seen the show, so I decided to pick up season 1. It was nice and cheap, so that's 12 Monkeys.
Oh, okay. I didn't even know they had a show. I got the movie here, but
yeah, it was. I don't know how many seasons it went, but I think it went for a few.
Okay.
So, but I mean, I've heard it's decent.
And that's season 1.
Yeah.
Okay, nice. So at least you could start off right at the beginning.
Yes. And then I'll do another DVD because I want to save the Blu-ray for last. And then also picked up the complete first season of Titans. So these are the Teen Titans. So like Robin, and you got a whole bunch of the people from DC Comics, Cyborg, and all of them are in this. This is their own TV series that they did for HBO.
I had no idea all this comic book stuff ever got made into shows or movies. I had no idea. I've never heard of most of the stuff you've been talking about. So,
oh wow,
okay, it's interesting. Yeah.
Okay. And then last, and I didn't realize this was out until you showed it last week. So I found a brand new copy on eBay, and so I picked up Ballerina.
Oh, nice.
And that's also a 4K. So got that too, and that's brand new. Still,
yeah,
I haven't even taken out of the wrapper yet.
That flamethrower scene you got to watch in 4K. It's like a must. Yeah.
Yeah. The nice thing is that it also has Blu-ray, so I can watch this until I get my 4K TV and player. So
there you go.
But yeah, how dare they not put the flamethrower on the back? I mean, that's like.
Isn't she holding the flamethrower right there? It's just not flaming up.
Oh yeah. She's got it there. That's a rifle that she's got it right there.
Okay.
Yeah, it looks like it's both flamethrowers. So yeah, and this would also be one of my favorite movies of the year. So if we do our list for favorite films, this would definitely be on it.
Okay. Yeah, definitely gotta do that.
So there we go. That's everything.
Oh, that's it. Nice. Oh, there you go.
One last thing. I did get a Funko Pop.
Oh yeah, it's a nice Funko Pop too.
Yeah, Carrie. So this is for the original Carrie because it has the quotes.
Carrie, why you burning?
Oh, poor Carrie.
What? Oh yeah, it's a nice Funko. Yeah, nice and bloody.
Yeah,
it's a bloody buddy.
She has her hand out like she's because she just got the cow's blood all over her, so she's fucking everybody up at the prom.
I thought she was Zig Heiling.
That's awful.
I know.
That's awful.
I kid. It was a horrible joke.
I kid.
Didn't Kato appear on Batman while climbing up the rope building?
That was a promotion on Batman for the Green Hornet, and it was the Green Hornet and Kato looking through the window while they're going up the side of the building. Yeah.
That's cool. OGP, I have a question to ask. Do you know what the reason was for Dark Delicacy closing in Los Angeles? So Dark Delicacies was owned by Dell, who was an author, amongst many other things, had his store forever and always had great signings and stuff there. Well, Dell wanted to retire. And I think they tried to sell the store, but didn't get what they wanted. So I think they just closed it and sold everything off. But he has popped up here and there. I don't think to sell or anything, but Dell has popped up maybe like to sell his books or sign books or something at conventions and stuff, I believe. But I think Dell was just ready to retire from the day-to-day grind of owning a store. So that is why it closed. And hopefully someday somebody can replace that. I mean, you've got comic book stores and stuff, that do signings and things, but none of them are on the level of what Dark Delicacies was doing. So hopefully someday we get something like that. Jeff's got the original Batman series on Blu-ray, but haven't watched it in a long time. I thought I recalled Bruce Lee in that cameo. Nice.
Yes, they did a lot of cameos of them going up the side of the building. Okay. People just from the 60s, other TV shows, music, like rock bands, actors, and all that would all of a sudden pop their head out of the windows. Batman and Robin are scaling it. So it's kind of fun.
Well, it is Halloween time, John.
Well, we do have, let me just say that we did watch these two movies also.
Oh, yes. We did. I made John watch Murder Party, and John made me watch The Butcher, and I hate John's guts, and John loves me.
I did. Well, this is one that's part of that bloody murder. So this is, unofficially part 4. I fell asleep during it because I was too tired. So I suggested to OGP that we watch it, and we did. It wasn't bad, and at least for me, it wasn't bad until the end. I thought the ending was a huge letdown.
Yeah. So what John's mentioning is, over the last couple of weeks, John has been talking about The Butcher. Bloody Murder 2, and then Graveyard. Yeah. And then Butcher would be the 4th installment. But it was okay. It had its moments. It checked a lot of the boxes that you want in a horror movie, like blood, guts, girls running around, boobs coming out, and all those things. So it had that. The pacing was okay and stuff. It went by fine. Acting was suspect, story was suspect, makeup was suspect of the Butcher himself. But it's lower budget, kind of, because they had some high budget stuff, but and it's a Lionsgate film, so they had to have some money there. But I've seen better, but I've seen a lot worse. Yeah. The Butcher, I gave The Butcher 1.5 stars. What did you give The Butcher?
I think I gave it like 2.
Okay. Fair.
Yeah.
Murder Party. What did you think of Murder Party?
I really enjoyed it. I thought it was fun. It was nice and short, and it moved at a nice pace. There was only one scene that I was not a big fan of, where they did drugs and the camera kept going around them, where they were talking about just weird stuff. I just really didn't seem to matter to the movie. That's the only scene that I really didn't like. Everything else I thought was very funny. So I enjoyed it. So I definitely recommend Murder Party to people. Yeah.
Nice. And Murder Party, there's a lot of dry humor and just people kind of being douchebags and stuff, but the gist of the movie is you've got a guy who rather than being alone on Halloween and hanging out with his stubborn cat, he finds like this golden ticket to the murder party, and so he decides to show up. He takes a smashed jack-o'-lantern off the street and goes and makes pumpkin pie out of it, or not pumpkin pie, but like pumpkin bread or something. And then he takes the pumpkin bread to the murder party, and for the kids, he leaves outside a bowl of candy corn for them to reach in and grab unwrapped individual candy corns. And then he comes home and there's a few left, so he helps himself at the end of the movie. Well, or maybe not the end of the movie, but at some point in the movie. But anyways, I don't want to spoil everything, but there's parts where they're building the story and there's some funny moments, but then the shit really hits the fan in the second half of the movie, and it's a lot of fun. So I love the movie, highly recommend Murder Party. So I'm glad you enjoyed it, John. I give Murder Party 3.5 stars.
I would say 3.
Okay.
3 out of 5. Yeah.
Fair. Jeff says The Butcher sucks.
Well, please tell us how you feel.
Would make a fine drink coaster. It would okay. Well, at least it wouldn't be worthy of being cut in half with scissors. So
I don't think it's that bad. I mean, it's a lot better than a lot of these horror films that come out. Dustin Ferguson. But it's
well, those aren't films. Those are bullshit videos that somebody wants to call a film. Dustin Ferguson doesn't make movies. He makes dog shit and puts them on a disc.
Oh wow! So that shit could sit on this disc, I guess.
There you go. It could do that. Yes.
I don't know. I didn't think it was as bad as people are saying, but the ending for me was definitely a letdown. The hottest girl in this does show her boobs, and then she dies, unfortunately. But at least
really quickly,
that. Yeah. At least we got that.
What's up, Christian? How you doing? The Rock was brilliant in Smashing Machine. That's not a movie. I don't care for those types of movies like sports or sports documentaries or anything, so I don't think I'll ever see it, but that's awesome. Glad you enjoyed it.
Wait, you mean the island, the Alcatraz? It was good in the Smashing.
The actor The Rock?
No, I know. I kid.
Christian sing Black Phone 2 tomorrow. Well, I hope you enjoy it, Christian. And then after you watch that, watch the video John and I shot.
Yes,
and his channel.
And bring a monster with you. You're gonna need
the
it.
The butcher really sucked ass. So there you go.
Wow, Mario! I thought you and I were on the same team. Wow.
He doesn't have to agree with you with every movie. Gee whiz, my dog is in pain in my ass. What? My dog is a pain in my ass. Where are we talking? Murder party reference. Even boobs can't say butcher. Yeah, it was pretty rough. Wow. It was pretty rough. So, if I missed anybody's comments, I apologize. We're moving right along on the Horror Moving Monday, baby. Halloween 1 and 2. I got this from my good friends down there at Viavision in the great country of Australia, and they mailed this to me. And the cool thing about this is, in Australia, the toilets flush backwards, and their movies spin backwards in the player. Did you know that, John?
I didn't, but I did find that on eBay, so I thought of picking up a copy of it.
This was a screener. I got it for free, so suck it. But Halloween 1 and 2, and these are great. There's a lot of good stuff on here. So I had already pulled it out. I was like, damn, this is what's inside. It looks the same, but we love slips, especially when they're like inserty on the side, and you can. Or you can.
What is going on there? What is happening? You did that to me last night. Ew.
Pink and stink, everybody. So this right here has Halloween, the unrated theatrical cut. It also has the.
That doesn't make sense. The theatrical cut's rated R.
Unrated. Oh, I'm sorry. There's a little and. It looked like I couldn't tell what that was. So it's the unrated and theatrical cut.
Okay.
And it's got Halloween 2 unrated and theatrical cut, and lots of special features, including Michael Lives, the making of Halloween, and a conversation with Rob Zombie, amongst many other things. So you have that right there. And then so inside you've got this disc with the unrated director's cut of Halloween. Michael Lives right here, the bonus content. Halloween 2 unrated director's cut, and then Halloween 1 and 2 theatrical cuts are on one. And the inside of the artwork there. So you got this reversal. I guess it's I guess you could reverse it, but I don't think you would. But there you go. So I think Viavision did a great job with this box set. And John, I would caution you, exercise caution if you do not have a 4K player. This is not region free. You will have a hard time playing. This is region B. You need a region free player or a 4K player to play this.
Okay.
So because it's from a land down under, women glow and something about thunder. Vegemite sandwich. Anyways, what do you have physical in the way of? This is my Howie Mandel right here. What do you have in the way of physical over there? To a show for Rob Zombie's Halloween, written and directed by Rob Zombie, starring Sherry Moon Zombie, featuring Sherry Moon Zombie, and a lot more of Sherry Moon Zombie than we need. But what do you got?
Even though she's a stripper and doesn't take off her clothes at all, but so these are I just got them, when they came out. So it's the Blu-rays, and this is the 2-disc unrated collector's edition, and then this is the unrated director's cut of Halloween 2. This does have that, which I think yours does. Also has the 4-hour making of, which pissed me off actually a little bit of it, because Rob Zombie in interviews has said no one should ever make Halloween because it's like a great movie. And then, of course, he goes out and freaking remakes it. So
what are you going to do? What are you going to do?
And then criticizes the original movie. So that makes me mad. But what you have is, so the theatrical versions, he pulled a George Lucas. And you basically, now the theatrical versions of 1 and 2 are out of print. So you can find them. They're not cheap, but you can find them, and they're roughly 13 minutes, like 11 to 13 minutes shorter than the actual movies. And they both have different endings. Well, I know 2 does. 2 definitely has a different ending, because Laurie survives in the theatrical cut, while she does not in. So, oh well.
Greg, so if I misspoke, forgive me, but what I was saying with these are Blu-rays, but the reason you would want the 4K player is because the 4K player is like a region-free player. At least my Sony 4K player is a region-free player, so that's why you want the region. I think all 4K is region-free. 4K format is region free, but other region DVD wouldn't play in the player. So but these Blu-rays play on my 4K player, and they're region B. So
there you go.
That's all I gotta say about that. So
you can get the theatrical versions on DVD from Canada. It's a double disc.
Okay. So when I first started watching Rob Zombie's Halloween, written and directed by Rob Zombie, starring way too much of Sherry Moon Zombie, I had an epiphany. I used to think that I loved that movie, and man, one of my favorite things about Rob Zombie's Halloween was that we got more of the backstory of Michael Myers, young Michael Myers, and what turned him into this evil person that he became. And you know what? And I like the idea that he was bullied as a kid and became evil more than he was converted to a cult in some mental hospital. I don't like that in what was it, episode 6, but in part 6, where Loomis does his screaming moment at the end, and Loomis gets a tattoo because they were I don't like that.
Yeah, starting really in part 5. Yeah.
So I liked that we got more of the backstory of young Michael Myers and what kind of flipped him. He just had enough of everybody's shit, and he just started killing people. So as I was watching this, I go, you know what? I must have just loved Rob Zombie so much I forgave the terrible acting on the part of Sherry and Daig. I'm forgetting Daig's last name, but Daig was the kid who played young Michael Myers. Their acting is not good at all. And I still like the idea that we get more of the backstory, but their acting is so bad at the beginning. I don't know. I did like that toward the beginning of the movie, we have Danielle Harris and the other 2 girls sitting there, so like Laurie and her friends are sitting there, and they are sitting in a school. And John, I mentioned that there was a cameo of one of the locations to you off camera here. I mentioned that there was a cameo of one of the other locations, or a location from Halloween 1978 in Rob Zombie's Halloween. Did you catch it?
No, because Rob Zombie says in that 4-hour documentary that they did not shoot at any of the locations. So what location was it?
Liar, liar, pants on fire. As the three girls are sitting in the school, and Laurie Strode looks out the window, she is looking at the house that is the house where Laurie Strode lives in Halloween 78. Oh, okay. There is no question. It's unequivocal. It is that house. So it's Laurie's house from Halloween 78 is Laurie Strode in this one, played by Scout Taylor Compton, looks out the window. She sees Michael Myers standing across the street. Michael is standing in front of Jamie Lee Curtis's Laurie Strode's house. So I thought that was pretty cool. I recognized it right away because I've been there in person a few times, probably. Maybe if you hadn't seen it in person, maybe you wouldn't pick up on it. But anyways, I thought that was pretty cool. Danielle is great. I think Scout Taylor Compton was probably the best actress in this film. She actually does a really good job sitting here and really being critical of the acting, especially after seeing Sherry Moon Zombie just destroy the opening scenes. I think Scout was phenomenal with her, just terror and fear in her eyes and stuff. I think she did a good job. Some of the things, the story, once Michael Myers gets older, and then we kind of fall into, the story that John Carpenter gave us from 78. There are some things that are similar, some things that are different. We don't get the, like speed kills asshole or anything like that. But we do get the girls walking down the street together. One breaks off and the others go home. I don't mind Rob Zombie's story, but once we get to that point, John Carpenter's story is so much better, and it's so much more well told. The best thing about this to me is Scout does great. Danielle Harris is great. We love Danielle. And I love seeing all the other cameos from people like I think Richard Brake, Sid Haig, Bill Moseley's in here at some point. All the guys that Rob Zombie puts in his movies are all in this. Even a guy, John, that you were in a movie with, Mr. Roebuck, Daniel Roebuck is in this.
Yes.
So I did like that because I enjoy all of them as actors. So it's still watchable. I don't hate the movie, but I definitely have a different opinion of it compared to what I thought before rewatching it this time. And my ranking or rating of it went down quite a bit. So it's okay. I didn't hate it. I didn't walk away hating it or anything, but it's definitely a letdown after watching, everything else in the Halloween franchise that we've watched so far. So what are your thoughts on it, John?
Well, there's, and I actually found a guy on YouTube who talks about this. There are actually 3 cuts of this film. So like part 2 has 2 cuts. This has 3. So there's the work print version that allegedly Rob Zombie leaked online, and you could download it. And it is different. The credits are different. It's when Michael, he's like running into school, and it still frames on him, and then like a title comes up that he continues to run, that he freezes. Kind of like the old like 1970s like TV shows where they would freeze frame on a credit. And so there's that. I have a copy of that. I have a burn of it. And then there's the theatrical cut, and then there's this cut, which then he filmed additional stuff for. So it's so my take with watching all 3 of these is it should have never been made. There was no reason to remake this. If they were to do it, I think that, and of course this is going to change with part 2, but I hate the first like 30 minutes of this. I hate seeing all the family stuff. I lived in a trailer for 5 years, so I don't need to hear and see white trash. I saw enough of it. They're loud and annoying and obnoxious, and I don't like any of them. But once Michael is grown up, I don't even like the stuff with Malcolm McDowell at the asylum. I'm not a fan of that stuff.
With him young with the long weird hair.
Yeah, and Rob Zombie has an obsession with things in the 70s. Okay, fine, but can we move away from it? And I think Michael is a giant. He's way too big. I think that's the mystery of Michael Myers, is that he's not a big guy. But yet he has the strength of like freaking Hercules. So it's like, so making him this big, I don't think was a good idea, even though, I do like the actor who plays Michael. But my thing with Shuri Moon Zombie is I've just become so used to her being in his movies, I don't see the bad acting. So she's his, Yoko Ono. So you just can't, if you like John Lennon, you're just going to have to get used to Yoko being there. If you like Rob Zombie,
you're going to have to get used to.
Well, that's a pretty good imitation of Shuri Moon Zombie's acting. And, so you just kind of have to get used to it. I guess it's like other filmmakers that bring their families with them and like their kids are in the movie and all that. But I thought that the acting in this, minus some of the people, was pretty good. Yeah. And I always say her name wrong because I'm freaking dyslexic. Taylor, how do you say her name? Who plays Laurie?
Scout Taylor Compton.
Scout Taylor Compton?
Compton. Yeah.
Okay. I could just wish people would have two, just a first and a last
Compton.
Straight out of Compton.
Born and raised in Compton. Yeah, exactly. That Compton.
I thought she was very good. I think all of them are really good, actually. It's kind of a shame not having Danielle Harris as Jamie. I'm saying, no, she was Jamie as Laurie, but I think that she kind of earned it. But I mean,
Scout
I thought
did good though. I liked Scout.
She did do good. But one of my big problems with this is, and even though it is different, like the ending is very different. I love when he's taking the big 2x4 and he's smashing it. Michael is smashing it through the floor into the attic.
Yeah.
And Laurie's up there. There's enough stuff that's in this that's different that I think, okay, that's fine. But also it is just kind of retreading the first film. And I don't like what Rob Zombie said, which is in that 4-hour documentary, is that he talks how he's going to fix all the problems that were in the original Halloween. And I'm like, whoa, wait a minute. I thought you said Halloween was a great film and it should never be remade. But yet here you are saying, well, yeah, it needs to be, we're remaking it to fix those problems.
It can be great and have problems.
Well, and that's fine. But why say that? He's on set. And the after parts 1 and 2, years later, he then goes on to talk shows or radio shows and then destroys both movies. And it's I got to meet Rob Zombie once, and he seemed to be a nice guy. And I have a love-hate relationship. I like his music, but I got to think about his movies. No. I still think Devil's Reject is the best.
Yeah. With this Halloween, maybe, do you think, and I don't know because I haven't watched any of Rob Zombie's special features or making of or anything, but there's nothing to say or suggest in Rob Zombie's Halloween that Michael Myers is this supernatural being. So maybe making him bigger and just maybe him being able to overpower people rather than being like this supernatural whatever he is in John Carpenter's Halloweens. Maybe him just being bigger is the reason he's able to do so much damage and stomp people's faces in. I don't know. That's just my outlook on it, is making him bigger and being able to overpower people rather than just, the supernatural guy. And then the other thing that I found interesting was that we made Michael Myers cannibal. Is that right? Was he not? What didn't he kill somebody and eat him, or was it an animal that he killed and ate?
In part 2, he eats a dog.
So maybe that's what I'm thinking of.
Yeah,
so,
I don't think he's,
because in after he smashes in Jeff Daniel Phillips' face, does he?
Wait, say that again.
Eat him, does he? So remember when Jeff Daniel Phillips, is that in part 2? Am I confusing part 1 and 2? The strip club and stuff.
That is 2. Yeah.
Okay. So, but anyways, okay, so yeah.
I mean, I guess if that's how you want to show him, which is, Michael Myers, which is different from the other ones, that's okay. That's fine. I don't believe the little kid at the beginning grows up to be that Michael Myers, grows up to be Michael Myers.
He could, we never saw his real dad, so we don't know how, and plus, like,
I mean from like actor to actor. I mean, I'm not seeing it. I'm not believing that if you put 2 pictures up together, I don't think that I would believe that it's the same thing. But it's in the theatrical version, the way that Michael escapes is that it's through full brutality. That he's with a bunch of guards and he beats the shit and kills all the guards. In this one, it's 2 scumbags that go in to try to rape a patient, and it's quite brutal and extended.
But that's not in the theatrical, though.
No, the one that's in the theatrical is where he beats up the guards.
Yeah.
In the director's cut, they do the woman there.
Cringy,
and and Michael only seems to get mad when they mess up with his mask. So it's like if he didn't, if they didn't touch the mask, which to me is just like, are you serious that this guy's the size of the Jolly Green Giant and you're going to be messing with him? It's just like, I'm sorry. I don't care if he's been sitting there for 15 years in complete silence. I still wouldn't mess with this guy. And I don't know. It's almost like Rob Zombie wants, like the 2 theatrical versions. If you want a really tight movie, you watch the theatrical versions. They're shorter and there's a lot of dialogue and extra scenes cut out. So if you want tight versions of the movie, you watch the theatrical versions. If you want something that's 2 hours, then you watch the director's cut, which gives you on both of them more dialogue, some more blood, more scenes, a lot more family and character stuff. Yeah. So it's but I can watch the original, Rob Zombie's the first one, but I would much rather, I don't know, I would much rather skip that first 30 minutes because it's the only thing I like in that first 30 minutes is Michael killing the bully, which is fine by me. So yeah.
Well, and that's where, where one of the main things you and I differ on is that I do appreciate the backstory, and I don't mind whether I lived with them or experienced them or not. It's a movie, so my personal experiences in life typically, I mean, I understand where you're coming from with not wanting to see white trash, from living like in a trailer for a while. I kind of get that, but for me, I mean, I think they played good, trashy people. I've been around a good amount of white trash, and I think they were pretty trashy people. The scenario, the dirty house, and all that stuff, very plausible. I just thought Sherry Moon Zombie, she's a terrible actress. I hate to say it. She's good as Baby Firefly, and that's it. That is it. But in this, she's pretty terrible. And I don't know. It doesn't bug me so much that she's, a stripper who doesn't fully get naked. It is what it is.
I guess there are. I did look.
It's not as bad as showering with a bra on.
Yeah, or having sex with all your clothes on. I guess that there are in certain I don't know, maybe states or cities, towns, whatever they are, there are strip clubs where the women just get down to their underwear
bikinis.
or
They
or
can, yep, they
bikinis.
can, yep.
But it does annoy me that they show pictures of Sherry Moon Zombie's character. I'm blanking on her name in the movie, but doesn't matter. The mom. And they show her with the stars blocking out her boobs. And it's just like, okay, so she is naked. She's supposed to be naked because the ads show her naked.
Well, and maybe we just didn't see the part of her routine where she would have got naked.
We can only
they don't just walk out on stage naked. They walk out and then they strip. They're stripped.
He just didn't want his wife to get naked. That's all.
Well, but I mean, he gets her naked in other movies, but he just didn't want her. Yeah, or whatever, or she didn't want to, whatever. But yeah, it's all that's an interesting choice. The whole stripper thing is an interesting choice. But I mean, it's Rob Zombie. It definitely feels like a Rob Zombie movie. There's no question about that. But the kid and in the backstory and stuff, I like that stuff. John doesn't. Some of the other things throughout the movie are, there are some fun moments and stuff. But all in all, I still enjoy the movie. But you really have to forgive, in my eyes, some of the bad acting. But Danielle's great and Scout's great. So
yeah, I mean, it's the girls were really good. Malcolm McDowell is always good. I kind of like him as this more, especially in the second film, more of a sleazy, because he's supposed to be based off of the author who wrote Helter Skelter and how he basically wrote that book more to get onto talk shows and stuff than he did to help the victims. And Vincent Golia, something like that. And so, I mean, I enjoy that. I like the kills. I mean, it's nice, but weird to kind of see Danielle Harris naked, but it's weird how we're seeing it.
Well, it's weird for us because we just watched, Halloween 4 and 5 recently. So,
but I've always thought that even when I saw the film in the theater and stuff, I'm like, oh, Danielle Harris gets naked. Oh, but do I want to see her being stabbed and blood all over her being naked? No, just throw her in a shower or something. That'd be fine.
Oh, man. It's a horror movie. I want brutality.
Hey, in Hatchet 2, she was naked in the shower. She just you saw her from the side. So
yeah, I still have to get around to that. And those Hatchet movies, man. Oh.
Yeah, there's 4 of those. And I don't know. I just you mentioned, go on.
Sorry, go ahead.
Well, I was gonna say, you mentioned Bill Moseley. He's one of the guards that gets killed in the theatrical version. I like Mickey Dolenz being in this for the Monkees, being a massive Monkees fan. And Zombie is a huge
fun salesman
fan. Yeah, so they did a screening of the movie of Halloween, and people wrote back in the comments, but how does Dr. Loomis get the gun? He has it on him. He's coming to get Michael. He took the gun. He has it with him. Why do we need to see it? That'd be like saying, wait a minute, there's milk in that refrigerator. How did that person get that milk? And then you have to go back and reshoot the person in the grocery store buying the milk.
But, maybe, I mean, I don't know. I don't have a problem with him going to the gun store to buy the gun because he's a psychiatrist.
No. But it's stupid. It's just the audience response of how did he buy the gun is stupid. I like the scene because it has Mickey Dolenz in it.
Yeah.
That I love that somebody, like Rob Zombie being a fan wants a monkey to be in his movie. Because if you listen to early White Zombie, there are lines from the Monkees in the songs. So, but
I've never heard I don't know any other people's thoughts on the movie, so I can't speak as far as what other people thought about, the scenes or anything, but I don't know. I didn't think the scenes that bad, but we've been on this for 30 minutes now and we're almost at 2 hours already. So, I think we should rate Halloween and move on to Halloween 2.
Okay.
So why don't you give it a score? And I'll, since I went first with the last couple.
2.5. 2.5.
2.5. That's a pretty fair score. Yeah, I think I agree. I'll say 2.5. I don't know whatever I gave it on Letterboxd, but thinking about it right now, 2.5 sounds perfect. This is a different story though. Sherry Moon Zombie is forever. Man, Halloween 2. Yeah, you know what? There are some fun parts. The van scene, the guy, the dumbass we always get in movies, and it's not just this one. In all these movies, we always get the dumbass who has the girl throwing herself at him, and he has to do something stupid and get himself killed before getting laid. So we have that, but that's fun. The party's fun. Yeah, Jeff Daniel Phillips, a strip club with Daniel Roebuck and stuff, getting Jeff Daniel Phillips getting his head smashed in. All that stuff was great. I used to really hate this movie. And it's funny because my first Rob Zombie 1, my score went down after rewatching him. Halloween 2, my score actually went up after rewatching. I thought originally that Scout Taylor Compton does way too much screaming, and there's just the beginning at the hospital goes on way too long, but I liked it more this time after watching it. And the stuff, it is, I think you mentioned this is like the longest dream sequence ever.
It's 30 minutes.
Yeah. But
well, actually it's shorter than 30 minutes because it's real all the way up until where Michael sees his mom with the white horse. From the white horse on to when Laurie wakes up from the nightmare, so it's like 20 minutes.
Yeah. But the stuff at the hospital is pretty cool. But then all of a sudden it's like, well, there's this pit of, and you don't realize necessarily that it's a dream. And then all of a sudden there's this pit with a bunch of dead bodies. And you're like, what the hell is this? So
because it's a dream. It's a nightmare.
Yeah, because it's a dream. But if if you're watching it the first time and not knowing that, then once you realize it's a dream, it's like, okay, I get it. But the stuff with the security guard was good, and the security guard getting killed was good. But then after the security guard gets killed, I still was a little annoyed with Scout being trapped in the guard shack, and she's just screaming and screaming. And I don't know if that guard shack had a tin roof or not, but she's in there, and it's like, okay, you're hiding. You're not making any attempt to like get out the other side of the guard shack or anything, or do anything to save your life. You're just screaming and trying to hide under a desk in this tiny room. Like he's not going to find you under that desk or something. So that bugged me up, but I liked, what was his name? Buddy, the guard, and, and his kill and all that stuff. I thought it was good. The film does have a good flow, and there's a lot of, it felt like almost like with the party scene and stuff, it was almost kind of reminiscent of part 6, where they're at that festival and when the radio DJ guy or whatever was there, or they, whatever he was at the time. And the big party, lots of crazy costumes and stuff going on. That again, very, very Rob Zombie type film. But there's a lot of good stuff in it, but I don't know. I watch it and I still kind of feel like, more than even the first one, why do we need this? I don't know. It's well, I'll let you talk about it because I know you like it a lot more than I do.
I love Halloween 2. I think it is 100 times better than the first film. I think it's his second best movie, Devil's Rejects being the first. The film does not use, once again, I liked Halloween Ends because it's very different. This does not use the Carpenter Halloween theme once. It's not in the movie. Wow. And there's 2 endings to this.
I'm sorry, can I interrupt you for just a minute? I meant to get to this. Larry, the Batman fan, several minutes ago threw us out a $5 super chat. Larry, thank you so much. I apologize for not getting that. I just didn't want to. I was trying to get through the first Halloween there. So Larry, thank you very much for that. Larry says, I never saw the Rob Zombie movie you're talking about. Yeah, it's a Halloween. It's a horror movie. Larry, I know you're not a big horror movie fan, so definitely wouldn't be up your alley. But as far as horror movie fans and Rob Zombie fans go, we typically, enjoy this movie. So sorry, it's not up your alley, but thank you so much for the super chat. And Travis Mitchell, what's going on, Travis? How are you doing? While I don't love the zombie films, I actually think in some ways this is an improvement over 78. Interesting.
Wow. Okay.
Jeff says Rob Zombie has never made a film even close to the level of the original Halloween. I would agree with that, Jeff.
I would agree
with that. Yeah. House of G Fam, didn't Rob Zombie make Halloween to give us a backstory of little Michael? I don't mind. Rob is the biggest horror fan of us all. His movies aren't for everyone. I agree with you 100%, House of G Fam. His movies aren't for everyone. He is a massive horror movie fan. And so when you have a rock star who gets money to go make horror movies, you need to try and embrace what they are, based on who is making them. And I'm sorry, everybody that just got sent to a commercial, because I see 9 of you just got bumped. So my apologies, but I think we just hit an hour, the 2-hour mark. So probably sent a lot of you to commercials. And the 78 opening sequence shows Michael as a kid who murdered his sister, but Dr. Loomis makes him to be a supernatural type of being. Hence the credits, they call him the Shape. Yes. And my only thought on, Michael Myers being bigger in the second one is that maybe Rob Zombie didn't want him to be the Shape. If I got to sit through that movie, at least Sherry pump a titty. Oh man. Okay. We'll get to the rest of your comments here in a little bit. I'm sorry, John. If you remember where you were, carry on, please. I apologize. I just wanted to get to Larry's super chat.
Well, it's the I think I remember I think I was talking about like the endings. The theatrical one is we think maybe that Laurie is alive and that she's in a mental institution, but in the director's cut, she's clearly killed, and all of them are killed. And Rob Zombie has said that he didn't want to do a part 3. And that was one of his deals that he made with the Weinsteins. Is he had a 3-picture deal to do 3 Halloween movies. He wanted to do part 1, but he said it was a nightmare. He didn't want to do part 2, but they were already looking at like 20 other directors. So he said, fine, I'll do part 2 if I can get out of making a 3rd film. And that's what happened. And they were going to make Halloween 3D from the guys who did the remake of My Bloody Valentine, but that never happened, obviously. I prefer this ending of what it is I love aftermath films. I love seeing what happens after everything goes wrong. So for me, that's why I think this is better, because I liked that these people are all fucked up and they're all scarred. And they're mentally all just screwed up for the rest of their lives. Even to a degree, Michael is messed up because he took a bullet to the head, survived, and then became a hermit. And I absolutely love the way that he looks in this, like a hermit with the hoodie, with the beard. I think is great. And it kind of, and he does use the mask, when he kills some people, and it's all messed up on the side from like the bullets and the fighting and stuff, which I also love. I love seeing like Spider-Man when his mask is all messed up at the end of the first Spider-Man, or Michael Keaton in Batman Returns, how his mask is half ripped off and stuff. I love that type of stuff when it could be a horror movie or a superhero where the person's mask is ripped off. And that's what I like about this. The theatrical version doesn't focus as much on it, but this does. Rob Zombie put all that stuff back in it. This film is well directed, well edited. It's got good music. It's beautifully lit. It's done by the same guy who did Lords of Salem. And I think everybody does a great job on this. I think that their reactions are, as annoying and as loud as they are very true to what these things would be. I have been in 2 head-on collisions, and the second head-on collision happened years ago, and I still haven't gotten over it. I still freak out when I drive. So these things do stay with you. And that's what I like about this, is that when the Jurassic Park films take away the first one, all the movies take place on islands where everything is destroyed. Labs are destroyed. Parks are destroyed. They're just walking around devastation. And I love that. The original Westworld, when Future World came out, the characters go into Westworld and it's all messed up. all the robots are hanging out and everything is all. I love stuff like that. I absolutely love. So a lot of the times I do like the second movie more than the first because I don't care how the Beatles came around. I want to know why they broke up. I want to hear all of that stuff. So I would rather know about the end of a band than the beginning of a band, because all beginning of bands are the same, but why they break up may not be. So I love this film, and I think it's really good, and I've warned people enough. I will be defending Halloween Ends, to my dying breath. So, but I hated Halloween Ends when I first and I hated Halloween Ends when I saw it in the theater. I really enjoyed it when it came out on Blu-ray. I don't know if it's altered in any way. And I hated Halloween 2 when it came out, when it was the theatrical cut. I called a friend of mine and I said, don't see this. It's awful. And then the unrated version came out and I loved it. Yeah. And the thing, all this stuff with Sherry Moon Zombie, she's not a ghost. She's in his head. That's Michael. Yeah. That's in his head. So she's not like a ghost or anything. So it's
I just her showing up with like young Michael Myers, like I get it. We just didn't need it so damn much. It was just way too much of it. And there was even times where Sherry shows up and young Michael doesn't. So, I don't know. That is like my least favorite part of this movie is looking at Sherry popping up all those times.
Well, she's the one that kind of motivates him to get because they need to bring the family back together. So she's the one who motivates him to go from the barn that he's living in to Haddonfield. But the kid, the kid version of Michael that's why the kid is standing in front of Big Michael constantly. And why the little kid speaks for him. I mean, I love the scene where the little boy goes up to him, and says, are you a giant? And then he said, can we be friends? And Michael doesn't do anything. And there's callbacks to things. So the shack at the beginning of the film, it could be looked at as the shack at the end of the film. The little boy in the clown suit, and I think it's supposed to be his sister, from what I saw a video on, comes and gets him. That's what Michael only wanted to do in the first film. He only wanted to go trick-or-treating with his sister and then got screwed over for that. So there's all these little callbacks to, I mean, I like that the girls all dress up like Rocky Horror Picture Show. I think that without saying it's the Rocky Horror Picture Show, probably because of copyright, but it's, I don't know. I really, Danielle's death, I think, is great that we don't see it. We see the aftermath. And then, when her dad comes home, and in the theatrical version, it's silent. In this, it's not. I mean, you really get that from, Brad Dourif. He is screaming. Yeah. And some people, from what I saw, said that he's overacting. I don't think so at all. And they also said
I don't think
Scout, so. That she's overacting.
No, Scout nailed it. Scout and Danielle in this were phenomenal. And yes, Danielle's death, getting killed, because it's tough. I don't care, unless they're like a porn star, they're never going to be comfortable being naked. And when your death scene involves all this blood all over you and getting, being naked and stuff, that is tough. And for an actress to pull off, and I thought she did a great job of it. And the moment where Scout comes in and finds Danielle, and she's like, don't die kind of thing. Man, that was great. Her acting in that, that might have been Scout Taylor Compton's best acting at all right there.
These are, when they're making these types of films, these are the things where it's like, only needed people here. We need to close the set and then take a break when they're done. That's because it's so emotional and so hard to do that they, you got to leave for a little bit.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's such a small set anyways, in that bathroom and everything, there's not going to be a lot of people around, but yeah, that type of stuff was good. But the Sherry Moon zombie, and so Sherry and then young Michael Myers are there, and what it's telling the audience is, yes, Sherry is in his head, and Michael still listens to his mom, and he still does what his mom says, which to me is kind of stupid, because when Michael's mom was alive, she wasn't evil. So why she is telling him to do bad things after she's dead makes no sense to me. But you have the little Michael Myers, who is, what that is showing the audience is that Michael, grown up Michael, is still a child at heart. He still listens to mommy. He still, makes, decisions children would make, and overreacts to things, the way children would. Showing us that for a moment would have been fine. That would have been enough. Maybe you have her pop up again at the end quickly, but showing her that much was just Rob Zombie making his wife happy, and I hated it. I absolutely hated it. The end, the finale of this film with all the cops around the cabin was ruined by Sherry Moon Zombie being the focal point of everything. It should have been Michael Myers and Loomis, and Michael, and you have a hostage. You're dealing with that. Sherry should have been quick in and out afterthought, or even if at all. I just, it bugs me, man. I used to love
the focus.
I used to love, and here's the thing. I love Sherry in Lords of Salem, and I love her as Baby Firefly. But and she's okay in 31, because those are unique characters. Sherry playing Lily Munster, playing Michael Myers' mom. It does not work for me. It's forced. And whether Rob Zombie just loves his wife and wants to put her in these things, or if he thinks, oh, if I don't, she's going to be mad at me, whatever the reason for it is, I wish it wasn't. But it is what it is. And I just, as much as that stuff annoys me, the rest of the film and the how good things were, like Danielle's death, and like, I kind of, there's one moment where I did not like, and forgive me, I forget what Danielle Harris's character's name was, but is she Nancy?
No, Danielle, she's Annie.
Annie, thank you. When her dad tells the other cop to stay outside the house, and then Danielle Harris is there, like, telling him off, saying he ain't gonna do nothing or whatever. That was cringy and awkward to me. I didn't like that at all. This is one of her dad's coworkers. Her dad's the sheriff. You would think maybe she's a little kind of mean to him, but that was over the top mean. I thought that was cringy. I didn't care for that scene. But
I would agree with you on that. In the theatrical version, it's shorter. She's just like, yeah, what are you gonna do? But in the director's cut, it goes yeah. I don't know. It's Halloween, because in the theatrical one, it's 1 year after the first film. In the director's cut, it's 2 years. So okay, so director's cut, Michael didn't show up that first year, probably because he's healing, and just like everybody else, and then he comes around. And then he gets better. But yeah, that scene, I don't care if it's 10 years down the road. If I would still say, no, we need a cop. We need SWAT outside this house.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah. Well, okay. So here's a big question. How does Michael know any of this? He wouldn't.
How does he know what?
So in the first Halloween, Rob Zombie's Halloween, how would Michael know that Laurie is Angel? He wouldn't.
No, but just like in Rob Zombie, or in John Carpenter's Halloween, Laurie has to go drop the letter off at the house. Michael sees her there, and that's when he decides.
I'm going to say no to that, because in John Carpenter's, they didn't know a sequel was coming. They didn't know anything, right?
But she still drops the stuff off at the house.
But Michael knows that Laurie is Angel. He shows her the picture. How does he know that person lives in Haddonfield, was adopted, has a different name? Was he on the internet? Does he have a computer in the barn that then he was doing a name search on? Michael would not know. Now in part 2, with him going back to Haddonfield, okay, fine. He knows that they may or may not be in Haddonfield. Maybe.
So, but Loomis knew, and Loomis wrote a book because he knew everything about Michael Myers and his family. I mean, it's plausible that at some point in the conversations Loomis had with young Michael Myers, that there was a mention that, but no, Michael knew he knew he had a younger sister. He was holding his younger sister,
Angel, and then after the mom kills herself, then the sheriff took Angel, gave them to the Strode family, and they adopted her and gave her a different name. And the only way that Loomis knows this is because the sheriff tells him, which is why Loomis writes it in the second book. That then, and I love this. I love bookstores with these type of things, where Laurie finds the book and freaks out.
And I thought that was good. I like that.
So there is a progression,
but that's when Laurie finds out.
Right.
That's not when necessarily. So maybe Michael, I mean, look at Loomis as a piece of shit in this one. Maybe Loomis told Michael because Michael obviously knew he had a younger sister. So, and he had the picture, so he was out looking for her.
But no, Loomis never knew. Loomis only knew because the sheriff told him.
So then the argument goes back to, and you even made the reference in talking about some of the other Halloween movies, that the shape is like a shark, and a shark can smell blood. When he is up at Amity Island, he could smell blood in the Bahamas. So maybe Michael just smells Laurie and knows, oh, that smell, that's my blood.
It's funny that you say that, because I did think, I'm like, oh, Michael is in Amityville and he's going to the Bahamas. That's his trek. It's like the shark from Jaws: The Revenge.
Yeah.
So it's there's these, if you don't know where something is going, like, as I'm sure Lucas, when he made Star Wars, had no idea that Luke was Leia's sister, because if he did, he wouldn't have had her make out with him. So, which is when Lucas always says, "Oh no, I had a plan. I had 3 stories." No, you didn't. You're fucking lying.
Yeah.
You just didn't. And you want to make people think you did. So with Carpenter, he had no idea about any of this, but Rob Zombie does. And so if Rob Zombie is pointing things out, like in the documentary, I think he points out how Michael gets the jumpsuit, and he mentions the original film with the truck, and he takes the guy's suit that's off on the side of the road. Loomis finds it, and he goes, "That's stupid. That's dumb." So he gives a huge elaborate version of him getting the jumpsuit. And so now there's like a whole story with it, instead of just Loomis finding the aftermath. And it's so Carpenter and stuff didn't know any of this, none of it, but Rob Zombie should have. And there should have been, if you want backstory and if you want reasons for things, there should be a reason why Michael knows Laurie is Angel, knows that Laurie was adopted, knows that Laurie lives in that house, knows all of this. Because as far as he knows, Angel is dead. He doesn't know. He's been in asylum for 15 years.
Well, I would think that he wouldn't think Angel's dead, but I would think that
he could think
know
anything.
Where she was. Yeah. No, so what you're saying is Rob Zombie's Halloween 2, written and directed by Rob Zombie, starring Sherry Moon Zombie, sucks.
No, because I would say the first one, because the second one makes more sense. He gets shot in the head. He's all messed up. He then wanders off for 2 years. He's living in the barn. He's recovering. First of all, Michael Myers and a lot of these people should have a beard, because in every Halloween movie, he's clean shaven. So what does he do? Go buy a Bic? And he's standing in there shaving.
He buys a Bic and he buys Loomis's book and he does his homework.
Okay. So then, so technically Michael Myers should have a beard, which Rob Zombie did. So he knows, okay, now he may not know where Sheriff Brackett's house is, but he knows that Laurie or Angel lives in the town. He knows to go back there. The mother kind of guides him. You know, she also tells him to kill Loomis, basically, because they see the big billboard, which is not in the theatrical cut. And so for me, part 2 makes a lot more sense with Michael going back. You know, I don't know how he knows that she's at the party, at the rave. I don't know how he knows certain things, but it does make more sense. And I mentioned this to you. I did meet the lead singer of, you know, Captain Clegg in the Night Creatures. I'll tell people this, that I went to see Rob Zombie in concert, and the opening band was that band from the movie, and it's a fake band that Rob Zombie made up, but they have a whole CD out, and the CD is actually really good. It's produced by Rob Zombie, and in between shows, because they just performed, Rob Zombie was setting up, I went out to hit the restroom, came back, and there's the lead singer. And I went up and had a conversation with him for a little bit, telling him I liked them in the movie. I love their music. They're really good. You know, I hope you guys do make more music. And he's like, oh, thanks, man. I really appreciate that. That's great. So it's I don't know. I just like this movie. I like it a lot better than the first one. It's more Rob Zombie. I think the first one is less Rob Zombie because it's just
well, they both feel
a movie.
Yeah, they both definitely have a Rob Zombie vibe, but this one definitely is more of a Rob Zombie vibe. But I mean, remake is a remake. If you're remaking it, you're remaking it. There's going to be a lot of elements that are the same.
Well, and that's why the scene in the hospital is a tribute to the original Halloween too. Yeah. So, you know,
let me get through some of the comments because we've been ignoring everybody and we've lost over 50% of our viewers here. So,
oh crap!
I never thought Michael should have been portrayed as white trash. Doesn't fit for me. The scene that depicts him killing his sister in '78 shows he was not white trash. No, and Jeff, and I agree with that. To me, my personal choice would be that he's not white trash. But Rob Zombie has like a thing for like white trash. That's, I mean, you look at the Firefly family in that trilogy. That's what they are. Travis says, one thing I expected to happen to H2 was a black dog Michael Freeze would tag along with him and start killing with him. That may have been cool. That, you know what, that would have been pretty funny.
That would have been great if he had like the dog companion, but he ate it instead.
Yeah, right. I just wish Tyler Maine's Michael was one of the people Adam Sandler recruited for his football team in Longest Yard. I've never seen Longest Yard, but Tyler Maine is great actor and a massive presence. Seeing him in person at conventions. I've never gotten his no, I don't have his autograph. But he is a massive human being. But you know, I wish Tyler Maine nothing but the best. You know, it's not his fault that Rob Zombie's Halloween 2 and Halloween 1 are not on the level of John Carpenter's Halloween. So anything else? Oh, you know what I did want to mention. So, you know, after, you know, time has gone by, whether it's 1 year, 2 years or whatever, and Scout is still having these problems. But and we're still going with it's Brackett, right? And Brackett's daughter's Danielle Harris.
Brackett, yeah.
So so they are like, you know, having breakfast and stuff, and they're kind of, you know, having the dad-daughter relationship that's kind of, you know, cool. I like their, you know, the way they are toward each other. But then Scout was like screaming all night long. Laurie Strode, you know, waking up, having nightmares and stuff. And they come down and Danielle's kind of like, you know, teasing her and stuff and trying to get her just to move on and forget about all that stuff. I'm not sure how I felt about that scene, whether I thought that was the right direction, but I did love the fact that after everything had happened, obviously Laurie Strode has lost her family, that that Brackett took her in, and, you know, that she lived with them, and, you know, that they cared about her, you know, like one of their own family, and they were trying to help her get through that stuff. I thought that was kind of cool, you know, and how they, you know, like emphasized that. And I'm just not sure how I feel about that scene with Danielle and, you know, him, you know, well, it's more Danielle, her character kind of teasing Laurie about the nightmares and stuff.
Well, I think it's all, you know, PTSD. It's all and Scout, Lori, is incredibly selfish. She thinks that it's all about her, and Annie even points that out. You're not the only person who's damaged in this. But everybody moves, and I like the idea that whenever they see each other, it reminds them of that night. So it's and in the theatrical version, the fighting between Lori and Annie is trimmed down. This it's the director's cut is heightened a lot, and and I like that, and I like how the dad Sheriff Brackett tries to be funny with things, that he tries to lighten the mood with the pizza, and he talks about Cap Baloo, and they have no idea what Cap Baloo is, and he's trying, and it just kind of failing at it.
So, but that was proper for him to fail. It was the right thing.
Because totally.
These girls are traumatized, and he's a sheriff, so he's not, even though he's going to be dealing with PTSD. Anybody who goes through that or knows anybody or seen that type of murder spree is going to have PTSD. But he can't really put himself in those girls' shoes, because they were there, they were like the targets and stuff, and they were younger, they're more fragile than an older cop. So Travis says the idea of Hobo Myers originates from a 1994 draft of Halloween 6, where he is similarly homeless and shoves a rat down a guy's throat. It's great, and you can read it online. Oh, that's cool. I haven't heard that. I also like his H2 more than his first. Well, there you go. You got one other on your side there, John.
There we go.
And I like it more than a lot of sequels. I also think Brad's Brackett is a massive upgrade from the original. Well, and Brackett in Rob Zombie's Brackett is more. He's kind of an afterthought in Halloween 2 a little bit. I feel like in Carpenter's.
It feels like they just kind of brought people over, and then in the Halloween trilogy, it also feels like they just kind of bring people over. So, but that's and I also really like something that we haven't brought up on this is Michael is brutal in this. I mean, he is, was it Octavia Spencer, before she got her Academy Award, he just like that knife goes through to like make a hole in her body. Like, he is not just stabbing her. He is literally like just trying to make a hole in her body. He is brutal in this. And that's another thing that I really like is that he's a lot more brutal in this than he is in the first one. Like, he's just pissed.
House of GFam says Danielle Style is always a tough girl, like the bully. There's no way she'll ever get to play the nice girl like Laurie Strode. And I agree with you, House of GFam, on that. And I think maybe that's why they went that way. Even if you were just looking at her in Halloween 4 and 5, but when she comes out of it, she is the fighter, she's the survivor. So I get that, and she has the dark hair and stuff, and and if Snow White is a little blondie, well, I guess she's not blondie, but whatever, but the fair princess, and then the evil witch or whatever is always got the dark hair and everything. So, you kind of want the more fair haired girl or whatever. Well, I don't know.
Scout looks more Girl Next Door.
Yeah. Well, and that's specifically what Rob Zombie wanted with what John Carpenter wanted with Laurie Strode. Brackett in 78 is just an exposition sponge for Loomis. Then in H2, he has the most compelling conflict with Michael because of Annie, only to be written about 10 minutes in. So and that's where it's interesting, because after Brackett finds his daughter murdered, and he is like now hell bent on killing Michael Myers, I would think, if I'm Brackett, when we're surrounding, and Michael's in there, like, I understand we got a hostage and stuff, you got to be careful, but like, man, I would be like, Brackett was a little too calm in that, and I know he was pissed, but and his response to Loomis being there and being pissed off at Loomis was great. But if Loomis was like willing, oh, I can go get him out, I would have been like, go. And if you take a bullet, oh well, because it's your fault. My daughter, is dead. So I think at that final scene there, at the cabin thing, I think Brackett should have been a little more pissed off. But I don't know. All in all, it's just another brick in the wall. I do have a better appreciation for this film after watching it again. So.
I would love to see a part 3, and you just continue it from that night. So Laurie is dead, Michael's dead, Loomis is dead. You follow Sheriff Brackett. Maybe Michael is, if he gets shot in the head, he could probably take those bullets too. But it's then the double aftermath. Now the town is just like, what the hell is happening here? And it's like in Jaws 2, the town is fine after the first film. If you read the book, the town is on bankruptcy. Nobody is coming to that town for summers because of the shark. And they have to think, and the mayor has to deal with the mob to keep the town open. They could do something like that with a part 3 with Haddonfield is now just a ghost town. And people don't, they're not coming. Maybe Michael is not even in the movie, but the presence of Michael is there. Something, or I don't know what they could really do. I mean, but I would love to see something that happens after this. Like, how is Brackett dealing with all this?
Yeah. Well, I don't know. And I kind of thought about if Rob Zombie made a third Halloween, if it was going to happen and Rob Zombie was going to make a third Halloween, I would kind of like to see him remake Halloween 3. If it was going to be if he was going to do a third one, that Halloween 3, it would be interesting to see what Rob Zombie, I'm not saying it would be a great movie, but I'm saying it would be interesting to see what Rob Zombie would do with Halloween 3 and, the Silver Shamrock and all that stuff. So I don't know. I think I would rather go that way, especially, with so many of the main characters dead. What do you think about that?
Maybe. Because what happens now, that is one where I would like to see an extended ending. What happens after, Tom Atkins is, turn it off. What happens after that?
Yeah. So
redo it, but show what happens to the country or the world or what are, with what happened.
Yeah. I don't know. I just think, I just think it would be interesting to see.
I mean, I would like just to see a part 3 to these two movies. And then if they want to do something separate with a Season of the Witch, that could be interesting. Maybe not a Rob Zombie, but maybe somebody else, maybe somebody a little more slicker could do it.
Yeah.
Give it to Mike Flanagan or something, give it to, who could make, I think.
What if Rob Zombie made a Halloween 3 that took place on Amity Island, and instead of a shark, everybody was worried about Michael Myers popping up on Amity Island, and everybody was out. Everybody was out celebrating.
Riding the shark.
What if Michael Myers was on Amity Island and he haunted or tortured or whatever, he was hell-bent on killing everybody on Amity Island. He was hell-bent on killing everybody that rented storage lockers. and the, he killed everybody in the storage lockers. And then you could make a part 4. And then the storage locker owner could be interviewed by the news and say, well, it's a beautiful day. The storage lockers are clean and cheap and available to rent. You should come on down. We're having a wonderful time. And then Michael Myers could start killing everybody again at the storage lockers.
Okay. All right. And it's because he has too much stuff because he's living in the Amityville house.
Yeah. Well, and like all the dead bodies that he had in the hospital in the dream sequence, he keeps all those dead bodies in storage lockers now.
Okay. All right. Okay.
There you go.
We got it.
Yeah.
Nobody steal this.
Travis says, my idea for Season of the Witch 2 is to pick up on the same night in a town 1 hour behind the rest of the country, the town slowly learning what becomes of the kids. Yes. Could you imagine? That would be like the Bay, where everybody was dying and they didn't know why. If you went to a different town and nobody knew what was happening and what was going on with the kids that were wearing the mask and stuff after seeing the commercial, and them having to try and figure out, it would be kind of like the Bay.
Well, remember, I brought that up when we talked about Halloween 3. I sat there and said, wouldn't the East Coast know something before the West Coast?
Yeah.
So if you're kind of going across the state, probably the West Coast, California would be hearing all these kids are dying with the mask on. So it wouldn't the pumpkin flashing on the TV if they're supposed to be in California. Well, that's already happened in New York.
Yeah.
So
House of G-Fam just wants some Monty Chapman in his life. Monty Chapman, probably one of the greatest characters in film history.
And if I ever get my ass off my seat, get my seat off my ass to make Xmas 4, Monty Chapman will be back.
Yeah, the hemorrhoids might go away too.
The hemorrhoids.
It's a race this town to stop the commercial from airing with 1 hour to spare as the remaining Shamrock bots close in on the town. Yeah, because he's got to go to that town, and then the other bots are trying to stop him. Yeah,
and that's screenwriting for you. You give yourself that time limit. You only have an hour.
Yeah. I have this image of someone causing a blackout to stop the Shamrock. Oh, yeah, that's good. Yeah, they have to go, and they're causing a blackout because it is, back in the 80s, and one blackout's going to shut everything down. It's not like people are watching on their cell phones. Shamrock commercial on the TV. Only a pumpkin slowly glows back onto the dead screen as Stonehenge turns it back on. Oh yeah, Stonehenge.
Well, yeah, because you start with a black screen. And then you just hear the, and then it gets bigger, louder, faster, and then it just turns into the pumpkin doing its thing.
Yeah, and then you intercut shots of the big stone from Stonehenge that they have shooting off this electricity beam, thing that turns the power back on. I like the guy keeps saying fuck. what Mario, what movie was that? I don't know which one. Asmus 4. Asmus.
That's the porn version.
You just yeah.
I'm up for Asmus 4, but it's just
Santa Claus banging broads in a storage locker. There you go. Oh God. But John, we're 2 hours 37 minutes in. I think it's time to go home.
Sure.
You got anything else to say before we call it a day today on Horror Movie Monday, John?
No, just look out for tomorrow for our review of, as I call it, the Black Hat 2.
Yeah.
I just keep calling it that for some reason. I can't get phone in my head. But
Black Phone 2, yeah.
But our 26-minute review on it, and definitely stay to the end.
Yeah, and if you guys watched the Black Phone 2, look at Finn as Finn is now growing up. He looked like a young Patrick Swayze to me. See if you see that in him. I kind of felt like he looked like a young Patrick Swayze. So anyways, everybody, have yourselves a great night. Oh, we need to mention next week. Woo! Almost dropped it. The trilogy. we're going to be talking about all 3 of these films, unfortunately, next week. And then we will have our ranking. So, John, your homework is to watch these 3 and to rank all of the Halloween films from Rob Zombie to this to 78 and all of them. And we'll give our rankings next week as well.
That's if I don't drown to myself while watching Halloween Kills or die of boredom.
Ends if I don't end myself watching Halloween Ends.
How dare you?
Yes. How dare
you?
How dare you? All right. Always a surprise.
That is. That's a good little thing to get there out of Cracker Jacks.
Yeah.
Good little toy.
Yeah. All right. Okay. I'm going home.
Bye, everybody.
It's Horror Movie Monday, you already know. Chills in the air, and the tension's low. OGP steps up, setting the tone. Always in charge, yeah, sitting on the throne. Sean Ward steps in with a confident stare. Nipples getting hard from the icy glare. Monsters in the back, creeping through the dark. Lurking in the silence like a phantom arc. It's Horror Movie Monday, lights down low. Screams on the screen, let the madness flow. We laugh, we jump, we scream, we play. Every week it's thrilling in a twisted way.
What's your favorite scary movie?
Fuck you!